They're counting on you. We've faced and overcome so much. Sometimes I wonder how we made it through. We both know that the old ways aren't going to work this time. This journey has changed us, changed you. But it's not over yet. You need the right tools for the job.
Trollord Games, join the fray.
And we're live.
Heavens gate.
Chuck, bring us in.
What is going on, everybody? How is everybody tonight?
I'm David Chenault. I'm the creator of existence.
He's the. See, I thought you were going to say the creator of role playing.
Has anybody got a 10mm gun handy? Where's there a 10mm gun? I need one.
Listen.
And that's
None of that.
so these are some other people. I don't know how I created them. It's an accident.
Anyway.
All right, Davis, Chuck is going to bring us in.
Okay. Chuck, reel us in.
All right, that's never gonna happen. I'm Chuck Cumbo, community director for Troller Games, and we're here to celebrate the last few hours of our Kickstarter, hang out with people, and give away some stuff. There is a giveaway going on tonight for some different codes. So if you want to join in, just give us a follow, exclamation point raffle. If you are on a different platform and you're watching through YouTube or X or whatever, what I want you to do is just come over here and I'll drop this link to you. You can come over to twitch.tv/trollergames if you want in on the raffle. You don't have to, but unfortunately we have to do it here. Anyways, we're going to talk about all this good stuff, and we'll be here for a little bit. Who knows what we might get into over the next few hours? We'll see. I don't know.
There's no telling. I do want to say real quick, Ray Tales, that is very cool. This is Ray Tales' first Kickstarter that they've ever backed.
Nice.
And they
Ray.
in all in except for the leathers. That is very, very cool. Thank
you
you for that.
Yeah, thank you. And we're here to thank everybody, because y'all, we couldn't have done this without y'all. I mean, we couldn't have done, you know what I mean? You guys are the ones that did it. But anyways, everybody go around and introduce yourselves as who you are, and we'll get to hanging out. So go ahead. We'll let Steve start first, the guy below me here.
I'm Steven Chenault, CEO of Trollord Games. Davis and I have been working at the company since '99, and we've worked on just about everything from Castles and Crusades to D20 to lawn care, all of it, every bit of it. All right, Davis, you're up.
I'm Davis. I'd write some stuff for you.
Davis is the co-creator of Castles and Crusades with Mac Golden, and is
that's what I'm supposed to say.
the most prolific of our
We're
writers.
getting what I'm supposed to say. Okay. Anyway.
You know, Davis, we say you're the most prolific writer, but Jeremy and I don't have a chance to catch up with you because we're just doing spells nonstop.
No, it's true.
That's all we're doing anymore.
We're rewriting the same 500 sentences over and over and over and over.
And I'm buried under minutia, so you're it, buddy. You're it.
Yeah.
See, I'm telling you, you should have let me redo the spells because they would have been done by now. They would have been so simple, and they would have been down to 20 pages. We would have covered it all in 20 pages.
There's a definite reason why that didn't happen though. Yeah.
All right, Jeremy, introduce yourself to the
My name is Ted Levine. I operate Ted Levine Productions. I am in charge of producing novelty VHS tapes that you give to people as jokes.
Dude, that would be awesome.
No, my name is Jeremy Farkas. I production assistant. I help Steve with the stuff he doesn't want to work on, or rather the stuff he doesn't have time to work on. Because if he wants to work on it, he'll make time.
Jeremy has become integral to the production process.
Yes.
Around here.
A Gamers Anonymous. And there's been so many comments flying through, all these people that just backed it and people starting their games, people first time in. This is glorious, man. It's a good deal. Very excited about it.
It feels good.
It does.
It's very.
We're very excited.
She just rolled over 166, so it did unlock, I should say, the last stretch reward, which is the Beneath the Canopy in green. Will now be in hardcover.
In hardback.
Hardback.
To paint an illustration, it's like we relate ourselves to Sisyphus quite often because of the unending amount of work that we do. Now, we've not reached the top of the hill because you can't reach the top of the hill, but I think we've reached a nice little shelf where we can like kind of stand back for at least a few hours and be like, wow, okay, cool. Look how far we've gone.
I can't actually remember what Wilson, my youngest, said to me about 6 months ago. He came in late at night. It was about 11, and I was working on something, and he said something, and I go, well, I'm just doing a little bit more work. I'm almost done with this. And he goes, said Sisyphus.
Wilson
one
said
must
that?
imagine.
Yeah.
One must imagine Sisyphus happy.
That was what he said.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's hilarious.
I'm getting that tattoo too. The little man.
But for all our bitching, this is super cool and super fun and super rewarding to do.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we have our first
Hi-ho.
question from Hi-Ho.
Well, he is asking, will we be able to get C0 in soft cover? And for those of you who don't know, Beneath the Canopy Green is a series of adventures I wrote, C1 through C7. We're putting them all together in one book into one hardcover, and I'm going to write an introductory adventure, C0, called Willow Creek. And yeah, we can absolutely put that out in soft cover as well.
Well, I kind of thought we might want to do it in soft cover since no one has a copy of it anyway.
Yeah.
It's non-existent.
Did we do all of them as soft covers, or
They are all in soft covers, but we haven't done the reprint yet that has the OGL stuff removed.
And I think I'm probably going to have to do a final pass on that as well because things have changed. There have been many iterations of this DOGL version of Castles and Crusades.
Yes, that's right. In fact, we want to have I'm planning on a panel. Steve, you don't know about this, but I'm trying to set us up a panel at Page in January for you and me and Jason, and talk about stripping the OGL out for the games.
Oh.
I think it'd be a neat little panel to do.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that's very nice.
But anyway,
it has turned into a far larger.
Oh,
and I don't even know. It really was just the spells, I think, that have proved a little more difficult. The
magic items
too. Yeah, the magic items too was quite.
Yeah.
And then
honestly,
names of random abilities.
It needed a good dressing up anyway. It's been cleaned up so nice. It looks so good. Both books look amazing. But I should say both games do. Like that Amazing Adventures book looks. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
really
I am super excited. You know, we took a little bit of Bill Edmonds, who's come on board to do all kinds of stuff.
We got a raid. That's from Lord Gasumba coming in. 74 people. Come on in, everybody. We're doing giveaways, hanging out. Hey, Jay. The big raid coming in here from everybody. Good to see everybody. How doing?
Someone should shout "Witness me" as they
witness me. All right. Yeah. I swear to God.
Hey, Go ahead.
I watched that movie in theaters several years ago, and then I told my dad, I was like, because he loved The Road Warrior. I was like, you've got to see this movie. It's the most amazing movie in the history of anything ever. He watched it and he said he didn't care for it. I don't know how that's possible.
I love that movie.
Which of the Road Warrior movies did he like the best?
He the second one, which is called The Road Warrior.
Real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Jay, Lord Gasumba. If you guys are watching us, don't know who he is, then go follow the man. I just put a link in there. Jay is probably the top AD&D streamer there is on Twitch, period. You should check him out. He's got a pretty elaborate setup.
Sure.
And he's really awesome. Jay, I hope you had a good stream. I watched a hair of it. I saw Anna talking and watched it for just a little bit before I set up.
Follow him just for the production value alone, honestly. Like, it's so out of the park.
It is. And, we're doing a giveaway. So if you guys want to join in, just give us an exclamation point, follow, and exclamation point raffle, I should say, and then join in. We're doing some giveaways, hanging out.
Mad Max.
I'll return you back to Mad Max in your chat, of course. Oh, there was a couple questions in there I forgot. Kickstarter. Yes. Might you ask, Anchor 89? Here is the link. Go check it out. It's the greatest return of CNC ever. The
Castles
Reforged
and
version.
Crusades. Castles and Crusades are our flagship game. It's a fantasy tabletop role-playing game that
Savage.
emphasizes ease of play and immersion. Is currently has a Kickstarter for its DOGL'd version of the game. So it's the same game that you love, without references to games and companies that we don't really want affiliation with anymore.
That's right.
It's time to leave it behind.
Time to leave it behind and move on.
It's a dragon that should be slain.
Yes, that's why Grace's video I thought was so very, very cool. If you go to the Kickstarter and watch Grace's video, she did a fantastic job with that thing when she says, you know, we've come so far, but we have a little ways to go. I thought that was really, really, really cool.
It's like a movie moment.
Yeah.
Is there a new video up?
How have you not seen the video?
I'm sure you've seen it. It's the one Grace did. It's been on the top of the Kickstarter for the whole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she needed a new one.
No.
I had a couple questions real quick. One was from I'm gonna scroll back and find it. I saw you asking in I know Steve's probably had not a chance to get in Discord and see your question, but I saw you talking about it, and I'm trying to the chat is flying. I can't get to where I need to get to see this fellow. Alien Gare. Yeah, Alien Gare. You asked about replacing he wanted to know if you made the decision about the barbarian picture, the art.
I did replace it. I replaced it today. I removed Peter Bradley's piece and put in Joel's piece, and it's the guy with no shirt with a short sword, I guess. And
or a dirk, or not dirk. What's some swords cost that are? Yeah.
Well, Dirk is Scottish.
Yeah. I don't even know what he is from.
It is a fantastic piece, and I put the cleric went back in, so the cleric's in there. And if you go to the rogue, I put another rogue in there as well, a new rogue. So it had about 3 or 4 new pieces of art that weren't in the previous release of a week ago or whatever.
The previous sample.
Yeah.
Let's see. Another question we have is from Anchor 89. Is there Foundry VTT support? There is. We have various versions of it throughout the Kickstarter. You can go have a look. We have one level if you just want PDFs, but if you want print books with it, we have a really discounted deal. You get printed books with it as well. So go check that out. The $99 level, I think. It's pretty cheap, basically almost for free. So, but yeah, for sure. You can. Well, when we get done with this, we'll have a pledge manager. I don't know who it'll be, but whoever it is, you'll be able to adjust and that kind of stuff. You can definitely adjust your things then. So not a big deal.
Info forthcoming.
Yeah. So if you wanted to pledge it for the $5 for support and then pledge later, you can do that. Whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever
works for you.
Yeah, whatever works for you.
Do not strain your bank account. So says,
not on our behalf, please.
What are the plans to un-OGL existing modules such as aired stuff? So a lot of that's already been done. Jeremy dove in and Zaya stuff has already been done, and it's been released. It's done, and the C series is done, the A series is done, and up next is the S series.
Yeah.
So once Jeremy's done with the monster book.
So once I'm finished with the monster book, I'll go back because I need to do one last pass on all of them because I was using a version of the DOGL game that doesn't exist anymore. So there's very minor name changes I have to correct.
Right.
But once we do that, they'll be, and that shouldn't take very long. That's just doing a function search for some names.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure. We're going to be doing this. We're going to be doing this for 3 hours tonight. So just so you guys know, on the hour, which will be in 45 minutes, and then every hour after that, I will do some giveaways so that some of you guys that can't stay here for 4 hours or 3 hours can get a chance at winning some things. All right. So I'll do some entries then. All right. Because we got a lot of people right now watching. So I want to get a fair to do it.
I think we should have a gladiatorial ring.
So I will just sub for $5 a month and just do without lunch meals for the month. You're hilarious.
Do not do that. Please do not do that.
Marcus says from YouTube, I've been working on errata since the PHB was released this afternoon. Oh, very nice. Feel free to email that over to us. I think I put that in the message. I usually do.
Hopefully there's not a lot of it, but
there shouldn't be.
If there is, send it over.
Here is the email for anyone who does need to email us.
I will point out to everyone that Finn has not gotten the copy to edit it yet. So the actual editing hasn't begun. So anything you find fantastic, send it on. Just makes it a little bit better.
Yeah.
Even typographical stuff.
Yeah.
Finn will start that He's got to do Amazing Adventures first, and then he'll do the Player's Handbook.
I will say,
Crap.
to make, if you can, it helps a lot if you give us the page number, which column it is, and the paragraph number.
Yeah, Davis, he's got a lot of reading ahead of him.
Did
And
he
just
finished the armory?
do what?
Did he finish the armory?
Yes, he just finished his third pass on the Armory, so that is in Peter's hands. And I don't know if you had a chance to look at your book today, but it looks it looks fantastic. I mean,
I can't wait.
It just. And
I got a 40-page sample. Was it?
Yeah, he's at about a page 120, but he's still got some stuff. You know how he does. He does his thing.
So how many pages is it looking to be?
My guess is about 250.
Here you go, Jeremy. You'll love this. Raytail says Magi's Missile will be easier to remember than Pathfinder 2's second edition's Force Barrage.
That's not what. Is that really what they call it?
Yeah. So,
Is that for real?
yeah. Yeah. And Alien Gear. I love that name, by the way. That's hilarious. Nice take. That was a Kickstarter we did last year, and we're almost about ready to fulfill it. So it's coming very close.
So once half of those get delivered, it'll be available for order to everybody else.
Right. And we still haven't done a fulfillment stage yet on it. So we've still got that coming up. So you can still get in on it.
But it's almost to the printers, right?
Yeah, probably another week, I would think,
Okay.
and Peter will have it done.
Then that gives us a few weeks.
The Armory, yes. I have not told him yet that there's about 5 more pictures he needs to do.
Oh God. He's
No, I was
probably
like-
watching right now. You know that, right? He's watching that.
Get away.
I was talking about AA to the printers.
Oh, Amazing Adventures?
Yeah.
So the Player's Handbook is pretty much ready to go. I've got a little bit
Okay.
more to put in it, and the CKG. I didn't get very far today because of those spells, but I got to page 11. But it'll start picking up. So I'm hoping to have the CKG done by Friday.
Now, just think though. Okay, so when we get this done, the PHB, the CKG, the MT, AAPHB, AACKG, or whatever it's called, the Arms and Armory.
Yep.
Those are all our heavy hitters. We've got nothing behind us at that point.
What do you mean behind us?
What do you mean
Big,
behind
huge
us?
products that we're working out.
Oh no, we got
We got a lot.
Codex Infernum.
Oh,
Codex Exaltum.
I'm not talking about the Zagged stuff. Yeah, okay, I forgot.
The Gygaxian Fantasy World Series.
But that's managed in a different direction.
Yeah. Well, for you, for Davis is alluding to is what we're actually working on. That's not in production, like the layout and all that business. And Codex, I'll be able, hopefully, for the 900 minute time, get back on Codex of the Plains. And Davis,
that.
the engineering series, and hopefully in Zaya soon.
Yeah.
The Dragon's Crucible.
Yes.
The role-playing game too.
Or
self-actualizing role play.
or
You're losing us.
what I've wanted Davis to do for a very long time is to write the mythos, the fiction side.
Okay, so speaking of which
And we got the
Davis
got the Crusader. I need your articles for that.
Davis would require almost no art.
So
Davis, there have been numerous people praising how the armory looks. They think that the art you put in there was amazing. Good job.
What we should do is write a source book that's like by a fictional person who is blind. It was written by a blind person, and when they wrote it, they didn't put any art in because they don't need any.
Yeah.
So we just use a blind writer.
We can release it in Braille.
And we just tell people, hey, we're sorry. We didn't want to, I got you.
no, since the gum in the works on this, especially on smaller projects, is what the art and maps. That's the gum in all the works. So we're moving to fiction, which Kent really wants to do, and I really want to do. So I can do all my mythos stuff and like other tales, and not have to worry about maps and stuff like that. And then that can be boiled back into the.
Yeah, we need a reprieve because there's so many maps that need to be done. We need to give Bill and then the artists.
What needs maps?
So he's on C4.
Oh.
He's got to finish all the maps with the C
thank you,
series.
Anchor.
And then he's got Then he's got to do Castle Zagig. That's
Oh,
gotta
that's a lot of maps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's a lot of
that's a few maps.
I
Thank you,
got,
Anchor.
I
Very
got
cool.
I got your link, Ray, and I'm going to transfer that over to Jeremy right now so he can see it. Jeremy, check your Skype. I have a very important message for you from Ray Tales.
Thank you, Anchor.
There you go. That is the official new magic missile for Pathfinder 2. There you go.
What is it that we're? What is,
Do what?
Anyway, we should discuss our production schedule.
Oh, that is Matt. Wow. Okay.
we should probably discuss that.
Yeah, we
We
probably
do
need
have
to have a company meeting, Steve. We should do that.
No.
Tomorrow at noon. Go ahead, Dave.
Tomorrow at noon.
No, but we can do
Central.
ideas. Like these are just ideas that, especially me, that I'm always throwing at you. Every day I have a new stupid idea to throw at you.
You and Jason Bay.
Yeah. Hey kid, this is a great idea. Here, go handle it.
Jeremy does too, but they're only about one every 2 weeks or so.
Hey, he just tells me no.
Yeah.
So my idea was an art book, a collection of art from over the last 24 years.
Well, no, I did one, and you were pursuing that.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
We're all excited about.
All right.
We'll see
More great comments
Yeah.
coming in. Thank you, WM Scott, Terrell. Appreciate that. Golly, there's so much going on. So I do have some questions here. Let's throw one here out from Trash Monkey. For folks who have already bought OGL Field Adventures, we're on a level 2 hype train. I didn't even realize that. That's awesome. Thank you, guys.
We're on a hype train.
I don't know what any of that means, but sweet.
That's a
Yay!
people give money. People give money, and it triggers a special event where if they donate before the time is up, they get a special emote.
Is it somehow attached to a hex crawl? No, I'm
Oh,
going
sure.
Heck no. Oh, my God. No. Well, let's see. Before I read that question real quick, let me do this because
I can't.
you guys have just been amazing.
Sparky says we need to let people vote to have a voice. Let them vote on Jeremy's ideas.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so back to the question at hand from Trash Monkey. Trash Monkey, and this is a gift from us to you guys. Thank you, guys, for supporting us and hanging out tonight. There's some free emotes for some of you. Trash Monkey says, for folks who have already bought OGL Field Adventures on the TLG store, will they have access to the DOGL versions? Probably not.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that.
I had thought about that.
no.
We'll probably just update
Is
that.
it really okay?
Oh, well, that's a good point. He's talking about I guess he's talking about
Because you can
rent. I don't know.
Because you can have access to file history, and you can just click whichever version you want. At least that's how it is on my store. I don't know.
Oh, I doubt it's on my store like that.
We actually hadn't thought, Trash Monkey, to answer your question, we actually hadn't thought that far forward what we're going to do with those. That may definitely be an option, but I will say this, that the changes that occur, especially if it's Davis's adventure or mine, we use so little. Davis just makes up stuff as he writes anyway.
Well,
So,
in fairness, Davis's stuff does have magic items that have a vague approximation to magic items that I had to change the names of, so I just changed the names of his items.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the changes aren't so huge that you're going to really need to do that. But that is definitely something we need to sit down and have a conversation about if we want to just update the old files.
Yeah.
And then honestly, that's probably what we're going to do. I don't see any reason why not. We're kind of overhauling so much stuff, and like the C series will be put out in a different format than it is now. So, some things are going to change, but that sounds like a reasonable approach.
So,
Sorry. I got another question here. I'll give you a moment to speak, I promise. Alien Gary asks, those, the Infernum Exaltum, they're in non-GL, correct? So, but I want you to answer that just to make sure.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Thanks, sir. I'm going to drink some.
everything from here out will be non-OGL.
Yeah, we've been pretty meticulous in making sure that whatever verbiage we use in Monsters of Treasure matches whatever appears in the codexes.
What is the last product that we put out OGL-wise, Steve?
Sonarum, probably.
Yeah, it would be Sonarum.
Sonarum. Okay, so we've got quite a bit coming down the pipeline already that's non-OGL. That's good.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a ton, an absolute ton. And
Though really, it does it really
Savage.
make that much difference? I mean, if you pick up an old module,
No,
It
no, not really. It's just a convenience thing where it's like, okay, the names in here match the names in my book.
what I'm alluding to, or I'm trying to get at, for those of you out there that have the older modules and stuff like that, don't worry about rebuying them because the changes are just semantic.
Very
Really.
minute.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Minute.
You can keep your role player's handbook, still use it. You can use your old modules and all that kind of stuff. I'm literally the worst salesman in the world. Don't buy our product.
No, that's fair. I mean, and some of this stuff has been out since 2000, so it's
Yeah, there's that too. So, yeah. Let's see. Next question is from Lord Malice. Question: if we own CC stuff from the TLG store or drive through RPG, will those be updated to the UNOG as a free update? Wow, the same question, but a different.
Yeah, there you go.
Ultimately, it depends on what the product is. If it's something that we don't support anymore, no.
Right.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
We are killing a lot of the products that they've already been killed. There's probably about 20 modules that we just pulled, and we're not going to update.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, they're not getting updated.
Most companies don't print their entire catalog forever.
No, they're
They
not.
I'll explain why.
That's how. Have you ever heard of books called Out of Print, Davis? It's a really cool feature. So what they do
Davis,
is,
I'll explain why later. I know exactly what Davis is thinking. I'll
I know what he's
explain
thinking
later.
too. I'm not going to argue with him about it either. I know exactly what he's thinking. So yeah, that's the situation. I guess we answered the question both times. We don't know on the free update stuff. We don't know anything about that. It just really boils down to how it all works out. That's a good question.
Hey, does that mean they'll all become collector's items?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, before you DX them, print another run for me.
Oh God.
You know, it's funny. It's funny you should say that. So when we left 5th edition behind, and Jason Vey wrote a whole bunch of 5th edition material. He did a lot of the editing and the converting and whatnot, but he didn't get all of the books. So what I did is the way it works for us is we have our Troller Games has its own print shop. We have our covers outsourced, so those are UV coated somewhere else. We bring them to the shop, print and bind all of our soft covers. So what I did, because I didn't give Jason all of his copies and I didn't know what I gave him, I pulled 6 covers of each of the 5th edition adventures and put them in the print shop. And it's like, I don't know, 50 or 60 or 70 of them. And they're all just piled in this nice, neat stack that me or Todd or Dakota is going to have to go in it someday and bind and cut and send off to Jason. So one day he's going to get this giant box of crap that he doesn't know what it is.
I only have about probably 20% of our product line.
Do you know what's funny, dude? So this is the funniest thing. Here's a little bit of TLG history. And the covers that you're looking at on the Kickstarter right now, CKG, PHB, and the M&T were drawn, painted by Jason Walton. Now, Jason Walton started communicating with Troller Games back in 1999. He was the first artist at Mac Golden when he was running the company, hired, and it appeared on Mortality of Green, My Adventure, Davis's, Vakund, and so forth and so on. And Jason and Troller Games have worked together for 25 something years. I have yet to send Jason Walton a single book.
You gotta be kidding me. What?
No, he's never asked. He's never asked for any of it. I mentioned it once way back in the aughts. He goes, no, I don't need it. It's all good. And when I talk to Jason almost every single day, it is so funny because his stuff is everywhere. I mean, it's everywhere.
That's interesting.
Oh,
What was the first piece he ever did for us?
The first piece he did was what was your thing, Davis? Vakund Into the Unknown.
Was it that? Into the Unknown? Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Then he did Fantastic Adventure and Mortality of Green. And then
Fantastic Adventure. That's such an evocative title.
It's a great adventure.
It's a good adventure too. It's a
No,
really
it is.
About every 6 months, Mac texts me and he's like, all right, I'm writing Fantastic Adventure 2. And
all right, next
30
question.
years in the making.
That's right.
Ready for another question?
7,000 words.
Gaming.
Sorry.
No. Eater of Worlds 78 asks, is there a new version of the classic box set on the agenda?
Okay, so
We're working on it.
That's an interesting question because the classic box set, the white box we have in stock right now, I think, this is just off the top of my head, I think we've only got about 50 of those left, maybe 75, but it's not many. So it has a shelf life now of just a few months. My guess is 6 months, something like that.
Why now?
I know that Jeremy and Davis have been working on the side on getting the what are y'all calling it? The whatever
Starter set.
starter set. But obviously, all the gajillions of things that keep resurfacing around here keep kind of derailing that and keep pushing that out. So I don't know if we're going to reprint those boxes and keep that
Right.
product in stock.
Even if we did, we'd have to fix the spells.
Nah, well, we don't have to actually. It's the classic white box set. This is
Okay.
Yeah, it'd stay the way it is.
I don't know, but we could fix it. I don't know. It's something to consider. I like it, and I think a lot of people like it. But yeah, it's
Definitely a collectible kind of thing. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's
Raffle some
small.
off. Go ahead and raffle one off. I think you should raffle one off. That's a good.
So
We can raffle one off. Do it, Chuck.
Keith Jr. asks, "What's the status in the Gary Con tournament drums in the dark loot and rewards?" That's you guys. I don't know.
Oh, I've got questions here. Yeah,
The trophies.
I've got a queue. So.
Okay.
Next one up is Gaming Acre 89, who said humble bundles in the near future for the OGL stuff.
The next Humble Bundle we will be participating in. I'm not sure when this is launching. I talked to Bill about it last week. And it will have a bunch of Gary Gygax's D20 and Legendary Adventure material in it. And it's
That's cool.
I think this fall, but don't quote me on that. I want to say it's September, October, or November, but I'm not sure. That'll be the next one we're in.
Oh, is there an ISS flyover right now?
Evidently.
Do what?
The Oven's going to go
Cool.
watch it. International
The International Space Station is flying over
Oh, nice.
for someone somewhere.
Somewhere.
It's always flying over somewhere.
Well,
Yeah, but how often can you see it?
I can't ever see it. I live in Arkansas, and there's so many trees.
Hey,
You
you know
can't
there's
see the sky.
Surely there's a football field around there you can.
Surely somewhere.
surely.
There's a nova.
All
There's a nova. Wilson, there's a nova that will be visible to the naked eye in September, I think. But
Right.
It's going
It
to look
sounds like
like
you're underwater.
it does because I'm drowning.
We're having to work with you, Jeremy, every day. No. All right, so let's see. Where was I? Tell you what we'll do. We're going to do some giveaways at 10 o'clock, and I'll throw in the classic box set as one of them. How's that? Sound good?
Yeah,
Now,
that's good.
let's see. Sparky68 asks, you guys have any of the C-Series modules left in the warehouse? I have about half of them, but I kind of want to complete the old collection.
Yes, they are all in the warehouse now, but these have not been updated to OGL. So if you,
Yeah, he's
if you want to
wanting-
complete the old one,
That's what he's
definitely now's the time to get them. We've got them in stock.
I don't
And-
have any.
I don't know. I guess when we reach a point where we're going to start printing the new ones, we probably have a DGOGL sale or something maybe and get rid of all the old ones. I don't know.
No,
There's many left. I don't
remember we own our own print shop, so we
that's
short
right.
print
Yeah, you
everything.
short
We
print.
don't really have
Sorry.
anything that we print in house. We don't have deep stock. We keep between 10 and 30 on hand because if I need one, we just go.
Yeah, we're that efficient, to be honest with you.
We're
Most
that
people don't have a
efficient.
print shop in most companies don't have a print shop. And they
We
do
are
what
the
you say.
only.
We're the only
RPG
people that
company
have one. And if you're a massively large publisher, you just have little shops in China. So anyway, moving along. It's just cheap, cheap. Let's see. Next question. I couldn't help myself. Keith Jr. 42. What's the status of the Gary Con tournament drums and dark loot rewards? Same as last time, Keith. No, I got good news. I got a hold of Eric, and he emailed me last night, and I've got all their addresses. So next week we'll see some movement on that. Keith. Finally.
What was the issue?
I need to
The
get,
trophies and the certificates are in the mailroom.
I needed all the addresses.
Okay.
And I didn't want to do.
Okay.
I didn't want to do some split thing, and then somebody gets forgotten.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Anyway, let's see. Next question up is from the Omega Gambit. Sorry.
No.
Question: any Troll Lords or Lordettes going to Arnicon? I do not know. I'm assuming maybe since it's Arnicon, maybe that's supposed to be after Dave Arneson. I'm not sure,
Is
but
that like a Twin Cities thing?
I'm not going. Unfortunately, I'm definitely not going.
Where
The convention, we will have news on our conventions, good or bad. We'll let everyone know in the next day or two.
It's no bad.
Well, we're either going to start ramping up to going to a lot of conventions, or we're not going to. And the bad.
Oh,
news
I was like, what? What would be determining? And now I remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, what could be?
What
The
could be
determining
happening?
The bad news would be that
happening.
Steve still wants to do it, and he's going to have to carry it on his back. That's the bad news.
Well, and then it just wouldn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not doing it.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Aileen. We try to have good printing and shipping. We really do. We try really hard. I do.
Quality is our passion.
It is.
It is.
I will say that. That's why we don't have print on demand books because
Don't
we never
laugh at
found
that.
anybody that would that can print on demand to the quality that we have.
We have some of the best bound RPG books, if not the best that there are.
Yeah, Omega.
I mean, we do tight back bounding, we headboards glued. I mean, the whole thing. It is Smythe Zone. It is some good books.
Yeah, our hardbacks are really, really, really good.
Yep, they are.
There's no doubt about that.
What do you mean, Sparky, that the print and PDF versions are not on the new store? For which one?
Of
Oh, for
what?
the C series? Yeah, I know. I'm well aware of that. Yes, I'm well aware.
Well, how are you well aware of that? And I'm not well aware of this.
I knew about it.
Checking.
It's on my list.
Man, you, me, and that list are going to have.
Well, we've managed to go 2 days now without meeting. It's pretty funny, actually. So I just the sun just keeps going over. Anyway, I'm losing my mind.
The C series isn't even listed on the store.
That's
No.
yeah.
It's not.
That's the problem.
That would be explain why the sales are poor on the C series.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mentioned that to you about a week ago.
Yeah, I
Week and a
knew,
half
but
ago.
I thought my assumption was we were getting it all DLGL'd, so and I was going to ask you about
But
it.
I sort of quit texting you, Ken. Sort of quit because you're not responding to half of what I say because I know you're busy doing other shit.
Yeah,
So I'm just letting it rest. Because when you mentioned the hardback, I asked you that question about the hardback because I was trying to get up to date on that. And I went to our site to advertise it and I couldn't find it anywhere. And I was like, well, damn. So I went and downloaded them all from DTRPG.
Oh, you mean the C series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were aware of
loving
it.
the company break room.
No, I had no idea. I thought they were all up for sale.
Oh no, they're not. That's on my list. Of that I've got that and 2 other things. Anyway, we'll talk.
Sparky, they'll be up by Friday.
He says he's coming down there right now. He's on his way. Just get him in there,
Sweet.
print some.
Fix the
Makes-
hire Sparky.
We'll
just
have a
pull- you
live
just pull the
sale.
lever.
Steve will sell some to a customer on the live stream.
Right.
So.
You just adjust the crank for the C series valve.
If you
and
need
the
PDFs,
C series will flow into the website
Right.
tank.
if you just need PDFs, if you go to DTRPG, you can get the PDFs.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that's true. They're
There's
still on.
stacks of them in there, though. I guarantee I was moving them just the other day.
A
No, they're
TLG.
in there. That's all, yeah.
All right, got another question for you. This is from Ray Tells. Is Davis's hat available in the store? And if not, when?
Boom, monster. That's a natural D20 right there.
That's a good day, Anchor. That's a good day right there.
I wish we should do a hat like this, like a troll hat.
We could.
What would it look like? Would it have a big nose hanging over?
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea.
I don't think we've ever done a troll head.
No.
Let's do a troll hat.
The
We have
TLG
done
Look,
troll boxes.
All right, I'll send you 500 pounds of yarn.
a set
You
block on
start
the
you
side.
start knitting.
and you get some merino wool, and you get the dangles on the side, and then we put like little horns up on the top. And
You hear what Ken Robinson said? You put a stat block on the side of it for the monster.
There's,
Ooh, no, you know what you do? You cover it in buttons, right? And then you have a little baggie of accessories so you can customize your troll. Like maybe my troll has horns, my troll has big ears, my troll has crazy hair.
What has happened?
Did you see Anchor's comment? Wow, I went from a PF2E stream to a Greyhawk stream to a CSC stream and then jumped in on a Kickstarter. I had no idea what was going on. Now this is a Wednesday night. Trolls all.
Hey Dan, good to see you, buddy.
What's up, Dan?
Yeah, there's a lot of craziness going on. Oh, no problem,
Thank you.
Sundance.
Thank you,
I'm
Mom.
glad. I'll share any of my stuff anytime. Yeah, those house rules are mine. They're kind of fun.
Doing old school bots.
They're good. We like them.
Kings.
Let's see.
Where?
Yeah, no kidding, Heather. Merchandising. That's where the real money's made. That's one thing about it. You can get people to buy all your stuff, the extra junk. You can make a lot of money on it. That's for sure.
But it's tough to find merchandise made in the United States of America. So
it's nearly impossible, dude. I'm just.
It is.
You know what,
On a level
David?
that you need it to sell it. You know what I
Don't
mean?
tell me, Kent, that
No.
it's possible.
and I showed them to you and only you. But within the next month or so, definitely by Gen Con, we will have official CNC dice made in the United States of America.
Wow.
Really? Can't wait to see
Yep.
them.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I've only shown Davis.
We found a gnome.
That's right.
We chained this gnome up, and all the gnome does is has a little chisel and a piece of rock, and he's like gnoming them out.
Oh, he's not even pouring plastic injected bolts. He's carving them.
I don't know. I don't ask people what they do.
No, I'm talking about the fictional gnome, not the real guy.
Oh.
Yes, the fictional gnome, no, has to carve it down to rock. and he has a wooden chisel. It's really difficult.
Is he like chained to the wall?
He's nailed.
Oh, he's nailed to the wall.
Hey, Davis, I don't know if Chuck.
He has 1 foot nailed to the wall and 1 hand nailed to the wall.
He's getting a little too delighted by this.
Hey, Davis.
What?
Has your TikTok popped any of those night gnome wars?
Night gnome? What?
With the wars between the knights and the gnomes on TikTok?
No.
I've not seen that.
Oh, just search it and it'll fill your feed. I think it's kind of winding down now, but the gnomes and the knights went to war on TikTok. It's been Heather's seen them. Yes, it's been quite entertaining. The mermaids joined the gnomes, and I don't know, it goes on and on and on. It's really funny. Yeah.
Knights Gnome War. You're right. It's in there.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
So
yeah, Sparky, check it out. It's entertaining.
let me go back on some of the comments here. Hey, yeah, thanks a lot, Dan. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's victory. It's definitely victory. We're excited about it for sure. Finran asked, how about selling some CC shirts in more colors? We're working on that. We want to have some more colors on down the road. It's just tough to keep the stock in and have shirts to sit in there. You know, we have to learn the deal on it, but we definitely want to have more colors for sure. Some of the colors that I wear, some of the colors I wear are like staff colors, or like this color is a GM shirt. So some I have you won't be able to get in the store regardless, but we are working on broadening that for sure. What was you going to say, Jeremy?
Here's the ultimate answer. If you're wondering if we're working on something or we can get something, the answer is I promise you we're working on it. I promise you.
The funny thing is, and Jeremy's, I don't know if he's being sarcastic or not, but he's not really, because there's about 10 of us now, I guess, that are working for Troller Games in one capacity or the other, and we're on Skype all day yik-yakking. And everyone that works for the company has ideas about things to do, things to work on, things, and they're constantly flowing. And really, it boils down to a time issue, and then whether we can find a market for it issue, because there's got to be that side of things, obviously. But there's so many good ideas to move on all of them. We would need a much larger staff.
But here's a great idea too: the freaking jean jacket idea. Because I have the jean jacket, right?
Okay, so everybody's gonna have to share that one jean jacket.
Sweet.
Everybody gets it for 1 day a year.
Real sheepskin lining.
Love that.
We make those jackets like that, and we sell those jackets and patches. I think it'd be awesome.
That'd be great. I love that jacket too. Every time I go to the farm, I take it from you.
Let's
buy
see.
your own.
Zonker says, I'm excited about, I'm excited about running some, I can't really, this switch kills me, to run some CNC at Gamehole Con. Anyone else going? We've got a lot of stuff going on. I think there's a bunch of people going. We've got, I have to check and see how many games we've got in right now.
I'm running like 5 games at Gamehole Con.
Yeah, Jeremy's running like 5 games. I'm running a bunch. I'm running some kids games. I'm running some regular games. I'm running a couple big games for the anniversary of the company and stuff, and D&D and whatnot. And the NCNC.
I had to cancel some games because I realized I didn't give myself any time to rest.
No,
or
that's
eat.
the issue. I've got to get rid of one. I think I've got 35 hours in. I got to fix that. So.
Oh, we just crossed 166,000.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
nice.
We're almost at 167,000. That went way up.
Look at that. So what is a murder jacket?
I don't know, but I think
nice. Nice,
also,
Sonker.
a Troll West Side story. We should do a story with all of
Stash Hound Corley says, got to get a TLG murder jacket. It looks like
is that like a battle jacket?
I guess. Is that Rick Grimes' jacket? That's
It's a special cut like they wore in the Warriors. You know, so I don't know. I made that
funny. Well, Rick Grimes has this thing that Davis has got, except it's not.
She's running 4 games.
I don't know what it is, but it's got the film.
I forgot Heather's going to run 4 games too. She's running some AA for us.
That's just a bomber jacket.
Yeah, but it's got Rick Grimes all over it because he killed so many people.
Okay. It's got Rick's Grimes all
we
over
could,
it.
We could sell a red-handled machete. Do. My favorite scene in I think all of Walking Dead is that machete scene.
Yep. In the church. The title of that episode is, what is it? 4 Walls and a Roof.
Yes.
Yeah. Fantastic.
I hate to break it to you guys, but nobody cares about Walking Dead anymore.
That's great.
You make Walking Dead. You might make third-party Walking Dead merch. It is not going to move.
No,
Davis don't like it. That's all that counts.
I'll buy it. Yeah. I'll buy it. We just had to put such a hefty profit margin on it.
Yeah, you have to buy it so you can make profit for yourself. That makes a lot of sense. It's
right.
fantastic. It's great. Let's see. Marcus says
We'll
down
put
the road,
iron-ons
maybe a
and
supplement
everything.
covering all types of conveyances for Fantasy World. Every ship type, land transport, mundane, and fantastic, including all types of mounts. That's interesting. Now, I know that in the new
Who said
Arms and
that?
Armor,
Who said that?
his name's Marcus from YouTube.
All right, I love this guy. All I want for both CNC and AA is more transport vehicles, types of carts, chariots, trucks, sleds, whatever, all of it. I've been bugging Jason for AA for years about that.
That's you know what that sounds like to me?
What's that?
A lot of art.
Yeah.
Dude, I post that. Go to our Twitter. I just posted a freaking, and a lot of this should be good for AA.
Go
That
ahead.
1938 Dillalehu Pacific.
Oh, I
What
see
is
what
that,
you're
a
getting
car?
at.
That car.
Any vehicle would
Dude.
be good for that because it's multi-genre.
The three trucks that we got that are in Amazing Adventures now, I was so excited about. I kept gushing about them to Jason. I guarantee you, he was over there going, "What is wrong with Steve and these trucks? Why is he going on about these trucks so much?"
That's funny. Lion Dove GM asks, question for fan content submission. You want content in areas other than forests, especially in the location.
Yes.
Wait, is there areas?
Yes. Yes.
What is going on? Can I continue? I don't know if I can or not.
Can we get a no, wait. Can we please get a desert submission? I did one, but you'll notice that the desert thing that I did was by a freaking river.
Thanks,
One of my
Dan.
favorite locations to run games in is deserts. You guys killed me.
Yeah, he wants 3D art for the vehicles. I agree. That would be really cool. All right.
Sharky, I want to be there when that happens. Go ahead, Chuck.
All right. So Lion Dove GM asks, question for fan content submission. You want content in areas other than forests, especially in locations of Atuk, Aachen, Augsburg, Yolet, the coast west of the
Don't even
Confed-
set it nerd. Don't even set it nerd. Make it generic.
That's what he's asking about Air and the Confederation of Torque and the other land masses. Is that right?
Yeah, I think that Augsburg would be badass, but there is some forest in Augsburg. But just put it in the plains.
You know, you can have an adventure where they're trying to stop these guys who are deforesting air. They're damming all the rivers and cutting down all the trees.
Yeah, you're talking. We can call it potlatch.
Alien Gear asks more silly questions. I wrote something small for the Middlelands RPG. Are you taking any submissions for CNC, something particular or something random? I guess there's two different
We
people.
all,
for the same
we
kind of
all
question.
take missions. Head to the website, to the troller.com. Somewhere on there, there's some way to do submissions. But yeah, we're always looking for stuff.
Are you talking about like third-party stuff, Steve, or just directly emailing over to us?
Well, I assume that he's talking about submitting stuff to Troller Games for publication.
Yeah, so he would probably want to email product support, right?
Yeah.
Either
but-
product support or contact.
Yeah, it should be just product support. You always
Yes.
email product support.
That's what I thought. So there you go. There's the email. You can email it right there if you want to. Any of you that are interested in that, for sure. Crusader Ideals. Davis's take on 5 post-apocalyptic settings: zombie, vampire for math, post-nukes, post-environmental catastrophe, and post-evil wizard summons demon and causes end-of-world aftermath. Okay, there you go.
Is that a question?
I think that's more of an assignment for you, Davis. Get on it.
No.
Hold on. I'm going to copy that post.
So, question. Oh, this is interesting. Steve, you'll love this one from Sundance Kid. Can you tell us what you have planned with the Wandering Menagerie?
So this Wandering Menagerie, I actually had the idea for this by watching a Queen video. And I believe it was, is it We Will Rock You? Is that the one I was watching, Chuck? I sent it into the chat. I think that's the one. And it's that the beginning sound, dum, 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 whatever that is. And I love that so much. And when I was watching the audience participate, clapping their hands, I thought, what would be really cool is to somehow get the RPG community, the whole community. I mean, the old school grognards and the young LARPers, the whole TTRPG community to kind of get involved in a project. And so I was just kind of rolling ideas around my head how to do that. And it's always the same thing: make new names, put someone in a book, do whatever. And then I got to thinking, I had just finished watching Station 11, which had this symphony. What is it? Traveling symphony, which is the apocalyptic landscape. and there's a traveling symphony of actors that just go from community to community to entertain people and get food for their entertainment, stuff like that. Really cool. And I thought, well, that's what the TTRGP community needs. Is they need this traveling troupe of characters that people can put in there, and just make this gigantic thing. And then this carnival is what I came up with, and a caravan, if you will. And this thing, it's going to appear in C0 is where it will appear first. If you are interested in participating, just go to the Troll Lord website and go to newsletter.
I'm gonna drop the link in.
Yeah, he's going to drop a link. It's on our wiki. It's open for any submissions. We've had a few people already put in some NPCs. And the NPCs, the PCs, the characters, whatever they are, they don't have to be characters from whatever role-playing game you're, like a fighter or a cleric or something. I wrote up a puppeteer last night. It's just, this guy's just a puppeteer, and he's part of his wandering menagerie.
Could it be like an alien cyborg?
Well, we're kind of going fantasy, but if you do an alien cyborg, cloak it a little bit, so that it could fit in there.
So it's not anything.
It sort of. I mean, because we when we got to talking about it, why can't this thing be an Amazing Adventures as well? It can.
Could it be Godzilla?
It probably shouldn't be Godzilla.
I want to know what the outer limits are.
I will say I watched a clip from the latest Godzilla King Kong movie, and as ridiculous as that is, it might fit. But no, we want to have it mostly humans, demi-humans, humanoids, whatever you got.
Right.
But that's kind of the plan, and the plan really isn't to do much with it other than to weave it into various adventures that we have there, and just kind of have a place for the community to go. And I'm kind of hoping, as it builds, that some people will get artistically inclined, draw some pictures. We can load pictures up, do all kinds of stuff. I don't know. I think it would be very, very cool just for kind of everybody get together and go all Queen on us.
Okay, so
Queen the band. I think it was We Will Rock You. No, what is that? What Chuck song am I talking about?
We Will Rock You is Queen. You're right.
Yes, but what with the stomping the foot, the dun 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 dun. You know what I'm talking about?
No, that's We Will.
Oh, We Will Rock You. That's Queen.
Cultosaurus erectus.
No, you guys.
Where's
Tyler?
John's fine.
That's what it is. That's the right song. Yeah. We will rock you.
Yes,
Right?
okay, it is. Yes, that's the one. Yes, it is. We Will Rock You. There you go. Yes, it's a great song.
It's a great
Came out
song.
when I was in the 8th grade, I believe.
Molly Hatchet.
Molly Hatchet. What? It's not Molly Hatchet. Who said Molly Hatchet? It's not Molly Hatchet.
I'm just saying random shit.
Oh,
Jeff,
random shit. Thank you very much for confusing it.
It's the mamas and the papas.
Though I will
Yes.
say, Jeremy.
Little Richard.
Hey, Jeremy.
Yeah.
I did all day today on my record player. I was playing Blue Oyster Cultosaurus erectus.
Yeah, that's all you. You send me shit about that all the time. I'm like, man. You sent me the picture of that album, and you're like, make it this big. You were asking about like Barsoom warships. You're like, it should be this big.
Yes,
and it's a picture of a crocodile monster, and I can't get
There's
a
a
sense
little
of scale
ship.
from that
There's a
image.
little bitty ship next to it.
Oh, okay. I couldn't see that.
Yeah, we're doing Barsoom, the RPG.
Yeah.
We got so much work going on around here.
It's ridiculous.
So this is the album cover to Cultosaurus.
There's a ship on there?
And if you look right
Yeah,
there,
Oh.
is the ship. And
Yeah,
that
that's a two-man flyer, I think, isn't it? I think so.
I don't know what that is.
Oh well, you better be reading. I'm on the 3rd book now already. Ha
It's a crew of
Yes,
7,000.
you make it.
There are books? Wait, what?
Do what, Davis?
What the
It's a
heck?
crew of 7,000.
Yes, Tyler, I am.
Okay,
I am
wait.
showing
I
you.
already did some homework. All right, look, I got these ideas. I'm gonna throw them at you guys. See what you think. Okay,
Chuck
so
Berry?
I don't have the zombie vampire aftermath, except this is my idea. The vampires have killed everybody, and they need human blood, right, to survive.
Okay.
And they're running out of human blood. There's only a few humans left. So the vampires are dying, and you're left with all these zombies and dying vampires, and that's the world that you're set in. Okay, that's the vampire one. And then we got the nuke thing, the post-nuke. So I don't know if this has been done. Like the day of, the nukes go off, and 6 hours later, that's when your game.
That would be cool.
Okay, so you're like left in and maybe you're out in the middle of the country or whatever, but you're in this situation.
Half your
right?
skin is gone. You're horribly irradiated.
Right? Yeah.
You're
no.
blind.
Yeah, no, there could be some crazy stuff.
So like Fear of the Walking Undead, but The Walking Dead, but with nukes instead of zombies.
Expanding on the vampire one.
Yeah.
What if the vampires were like, okay, there's a few humans left. We can't let them die out because then we die out. So they send them to a distant island or another world, and it's like an Eden for them. And the vampires come every once in a while, and they're like their god. And they're like, oh, things are going good, right? And every once in a while they'll be like, oh, we want one of you to ascend, and they take them with them and they just devour them.
That's a good take, because the vampires would have to figure something out to keep the humans alive.
Thank you, Lucretius.
So
got a couple. I got another question here. God.
You can wait. No, you're good. That was
we got hours, Chuck. We got hours.
Okay, you're good, Chuck.
I think we do. Yeah.
So I have a question before they leave.
Okay, all right.
This is from.
I've got an answer before they leave.
Do you? Okay, so this is for Davis. Finevin asks, so for the Barzoom, are we looking at a full hardback or a small pamphlet, or what?
3 books.
Is that what we're doing? Okay.
Yeah, but you didn't answer. Are they small pamphlets or are they hardback books?
No, 3
hardbacks.
hardback books. We're going to do a full write-up on the monsters. The first one's going to be like
It's going to be a full game.
Players. Yeah, we're going to have a Barsoom Player's Guide, a Barsoom Creatures Guide, and a Barsoom How to Run all of Barsoom.
So there actually are not a whole lot of explicitly named monsters in the series. He kind of uses the same ones. So the other instead of monsters and treasure, it would be monsters and technology, and that's where all of the science gizmos is in there.
Yeah.
Alex, it's good to see you, buddy. You need to bring your crew to Gamehole Con. I've got a really big game on Saturday y'all need to play in. It's for 12 people, so bring as many as you want. Sorry.
We don't envision huge books. Okay. Maybe 120 pages. That what we're thinking about.
Yeah, they won't be gigantic.
Yeah, because there's not that much material to work with. But what we want to do is
say that.
Well, we're not going to pad it, and I think that we can. I think we're going to reasonably keep it at around 128 to 144 pages.
But we'll see how it goes. I mean, there's a lot of information, and if you go to barsoom.net, I think is what it is. There's people who've spent half their lives researching this.
That's right.
So they have metric tons of information on their website.
Yep.
Which I don't know.
Yeah. So
I'm really excited.
He was wondering about how much. He said it sounds like John Carter's, and we want to do more than just John Carter. We want to bring you the world. You know.
Yeah.
Now the question is, how do we handle Earthmen?
Oh, it's going good.
Earthmen make no appearance on Barsoom with the exception of John Carter. Is that correct?
No.
To my knowledge,
there's another one.
There's another guy.
Another one.
Is there?
Later in the series that ascends to Mars. Yeah. We will give an option. Jason and I had a long conversation about this. We will give an option if you want to play an Earthman that they can go. That you can
probably need to join a higher level party.
Yeah, we will make that happen. Or you hobble them when they're at the lower levels. You know, they jump, but they lose their armor class or whatever. Yeah. But we will definitely give an option for Earthmen. I think that
Ulysses Paxton. That's it. Thank you, Finn. I could not remember his name. Paxton.
Which book is he in?
Like
I don't think I've gotten that far.
It's toward the
I haven't gotten that far.
I think it's the 6th. I want to say, but it's been a while since I heard that. All right. Any more questions, Chuck? Are we doing a 9 o'clock giveaway or are we doing a 10?
We are, but I was reading Deadhand said brass rings to Barzoom. Ooh, that would be interesting.
Oh, yeah.
So wait.
Okay, will they let you do that?
Absolutely done. Already done. And what's even cooler, and just to let everybody know, so when Peter Bradley was working with Mr. Gary Gygax on the Castle Zagic Castle and Upper Works series,
right?
Yes.
Gary went to extreme lengths to make certain that there was this portal put in there that led to a Barsoom-like world.
Oh, really?
So we will be able to connect Castle Zagic and Barsoom.
Cool, man. I didn't know that. That's fucking cool.
I'm telling you, if we can get these 5 books done, if we can get the spells finished, then there's lots of great stuff coming out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Checking in at the top of the hour, we are almost at $167,000 on our Kickstarter.
Shit, that was joking about 170. Oh my God.
$60 away. We are $60 away from the next $1,000.
Almost there.
See, Steve, you were wrong. We could have done the special deal with Davis Dance and all that for 200K. I told you it would work.
That's right. We should have done it.
All right, so we're gonna take a break real quick, and I'm gonna give some giveaways away. And then I'm gonna grab these guys' questions real quick. I'll put them in the queue, and then we'll get back to some questions and more crazy shit.
You doing the giveaway now, Chuck?
I am. I'm gonna do it right now. So this is how we're doing this. You can continue to enter during the night. If you win something, if you would win something, I just ask that you probably not. If we pull your name again later, I'm not gonna keep resetting the bot. I'll just let everybody keep entering, and then whoever's present when I give the giveaways, if you've not won before, then I'll give you another giveaway. So the giveaways consist of, for right now, I'm going to give away a $10, a couple $10 PDF coupons, a $15 coupon, and a white box collector set from, what is that called? What is that set called again? The Classic. Is it Classic? Right? I've been lost my mind.
What are you talking about?
The box set we're going to give away, Davis. What's the name of it on the store? Without me have to go look because my brain's fried.
The box set, the
This
classic.
is the classic
Classic white box set. That's it. Okay, so we're going to do that. I'm going to give that away too right now. So I will. I'm still grabbing these questions, so don't think I'm not seeing them. All right, so we're going to do it. Now you can't enter. No, you can enter for this. Sure, anybody can enter for this.
You can enter.
Of course.
Big bucks, no whammies.
No whammies.
To be clear, this is not the Dungeons and Dragons white box. This is the Castles and Crusades white box.
Well, yeah, it's the one we.
Yeah, not to get it confused.
No,
we would not be giving that away.
All right, let's get in here. I am going to close the entries out for just a moment. Actually, I made a fatal mistake. I just switched computer screens and did not leave the chat up so I can see what's going on. Somebody might be talking shit behind my back, and I need to be able to see what's. Check. All right, I'm going to close the entries out real quick. And we're going to pick this first winner will be for a $10 PDF code. You will get this from Obsidian Risk. I'm actually going to make a note since we're doing some funky giveaways tonight, just to make sure nothing gets screwed up. You know, that kind of thing.
We use paper around here because we're elderly.
That's right, because we're elderly.
Anyway. We use something called papier.
All right,
and we write on it with a pen seal.
All right, first PDF $10 coupon is Omega Gambit. Congratulations, Mr. Omega. That's awesome. Congratulations. You know the drill. Just hit up Obsidian Risk. There's our Discord link. You can join our Discord and see Obsidian Risk, one of our moderators over there. He'll get you the code. He's the keeper of the code, as per the constructions in the message there. The next one up is going to be for another $10 PDF code. It's going to be to Chewy. Congrats, Chewy. All right, Chewy RPG. Congrats for your win. You know what to do. I think you've won before. Just go to Discord. For a $15 winner, we're going to do. Sparky, are you shitting me? Sparky, that's fantastic.
Huge pull. He got it.
All right, Sparky. He got $15 is what he got.
Finally, after all these years.
He wanted the box set, but he didn't get that. He got $15.
He wanted that box set so bad. They're still on the website, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Next up is
going
to be
for that.
This is for the in fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do one better for you just so people know what we're talking about here. Let me
drop a link. Yeah.
I gotta go to the store and get it. Okay. Yeah. I got to log in. That's even better. Why do I have to log in?
Limited stock.
Yeah, it is limited stock. You're not lying.
All right. Let me.
And if I'm allowed in the warehouse, it's going to be super limited because I'll fall on the box and destroy it.
Yes. Yes. And still take nothing home with him. You know. All right. Classic. See if that works. There it is. Wow. That is a really nice setup.
Oh, my God. Wait a minute.
All right. So. Let me drop this in chat. This is what we're giving away right now. Let me find it right here. Here is a link to it right here. You guys go check it out. And I'm getting ready to draw a winner for it right now. Get in there. And the winner for the
John, I'm pretty sure.
Classic White Box set is going to be Alien Gear. Yeah, Alien Gear. All right.
Hey, congratulations.
Now, Alien, when you contact Scott, just let him know you were the guy that won the Classic Box set, and he will have. I'm gonna give him a list so he'll know. He knows about He has codes for 15 and 10, but this is a special giveaway. So, when we do these product giveaways, we have to do things a little bit different. So just get a hold of him in the Discord. It's Scott Obsidian Risk, or you can ask anybody and they'll get him. All right, and then we'll get you straightened care of. All right, I'm gonna open.
He's gonna ask for your social security number. Do not give it to him.
Right. No, he's not. What?
I'm kidding.
All right, so I'm going to resume entries. All right, here we go. Okay, now we got it back up. We will do some more giveaways in about an hour. All right, I got this written down here. Let me switch computers back over here again.
There was a question.
Yeah, I got some more questions too. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm getting them.
No, I was going to say the one about the air thing probably, so Kent could address it. The question about air.
Yeah. So, all right. So, Lord Malice asked, question: what's the difference between After Winter Dark aired codex and the Codex of Aired? I have the old codex, but not sure what's different from in the After Winter version. He's asking about the new print versus the old.
Oh, right. Really, you're good if you're happy with that. So really, we changed we moved the history section to the back of the book and the atlas section to the front of the book. And then it's all new art. I think maybe 10 pictures that you have in your version are in the new one. It's all new art. A little bit of cleaning up here and there. Yeah, that's about it. So you're good with the one you've got. The After Winter Dark just kind of launches. We relaunched that line with its own banner, and that's called the After Winter Dark. So that's what it is. So the Codex of Aired, you're good with what you got, unless you just want all the new art. Now the Monsters and Treasure has the new art at DOGL and has 10
Monsters and Treasures of Aired, you mean?
Monsters and Treasures of Aired and 10 new dragons in it. So that one's got a whole.
Yeah, the Monsters Treasure of Aired is amazing.
It has the updated stat blocks that we're using from here forward, and it has an explanation of the sanity rules, which are an optional rule for monsters from here. So.
Trying to find my. Oh, I've got 2 stacks here. I see what it is.
Anytime with mouse, but it's really the art and the new one. We just so much good art. It's one of the things that we've been working on really hard. Yeah, we just rolled over 167, but it's one of the things we've been working on really hard in the past year and a half, 2 years. Is just bringing in more artists to just
I got to show this off. I got to show this off to you. This is my favorite piece of the book right here. Look at that. Just look.
I love that piece.
Oh my god!
So Chuck,
amazing.
Chuck, I dropped in your Skype. Speaking of art, I dropped a piece of art in your Skype. Okay. Get that up, and we'll talk about that as soon as you get it up.
Oh, I'll curse myself. I drug all these modules out earlier, and I can't find a way to figure out what you're doing. All over the damn place. I got too much.
Willie, there are 6 new Beatles with their own art in.
I gotta say, I was skeptical about the Beatles, but that art is badass.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
All right, so let me check.
We needed more vermin, anyways. It works.
So while I look this stuff up and get this set up, Steve, we do have another question here, you guys. Will there be? This is from Ray Tales. Will there be a space version of CNC? I'm not talking about with Magic. I mean something like Star Frontiers or Traveler, or maybe even Star Siege.
Yeah, Star Siege. So. Amazing Adventures is out, and it's very, very soon now. They're both the Players Handbook's done, and the CKG just needs a smidgen to do on it. I hope to have it done by Friday. And as soon as Jason's deck is cleared, within about 30 days, he's got to wrap up, I think, 2 of the adventures, and then he's going to. And what that means for us is the Amazing Adventures has the OGL removed, and now Jason knows what he needs to fix in Star Siege to get the OGL out of that, and then it's done. It was already finished and ready for release long ago. It was ready. It was actually scheduled for release the same month that the OGL was yanked, or was attempted to yank the OGL. So it's just waiting for Amazing Adventures to get done. So it will not take long for Star Siege to come out.
No, I'm pretty stoked about that.
There's no spells. They're better not me.
What just happened to the stream?
I just clicked the wrong button. That's what happened.
Chuck banished us from the
what's in there? It's just monsters, right?
Dude, I haven't looked at it in 3 years.
I like that show I'm giving you there. That's a good one, isn't it? There we go. We're back.
It's still playing.
Here's something. A heavy metal RPG. Okay, so what you have. So when you
I made it. It exists. It's called Swords and Chaos. Am I wrong?
You're on spaceships.
Oh well, yeah, okay. Oh, the movie Heavy Metal.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And this is just one of those FYIs for those of you who have not seen the Heavy Metal. When was it produced? I can't remember.
81.
It's gonna be like 81 or 79.
It actually is. It holds up. Okay, I rarely suggest movies from the 70s and 80s and stuff like that. I think it holds up, Jeremy.
No, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Some of the content does not probably pass the sniff test anymore.
Yeah. There may be some offense in there for sure.
You're gonna get offended.
1981.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna get offended.
Look, I'm not a prude. It doesn't bother me. I'm just saying if you're sensitive to that kind of stuff, it is from 1981.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let me couch that and say, oh my God, I'm just thinking about some of the movies we saw growing up. Never mind. Yes, Heavy Metal, it holds a thing. Wizards holds. So anyway, those are two really good animations. I think anyone who hasn't watched, and say it's like younger than Kent and I, we're both like 250 fucking years old. You should watch them. It would help you give a good perspective on what we're talking about.
I've got an angle.
I still say that.
I love that.
I love that
that.
everyday conversation.
Yeah, I played. Well, I
The
think
best
it
part
was-
of that is he absolutely fucking didn't.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I think it was last Wednesday before I started the stream early, and we played 30 minutes of the soundtrack to Heavy Metal before I started the stream. It was awesome. Everybody
Well,
knew
the
the songs.
soundtrack's
Everybody
just
knew them.
amazing.
It was great. It was great. All right, let's see. I do have some more questions here. Let's grab these, and then we'll get to the next
I
discussion.
do have Heavy Metal on Blu-ray,
I've got it on Director's Cut.
and
Blu-ray. Awesome.
the 4K restoration is really beautiful. You
John,
can
I
see all
told
the
you about that. You're gonna get
images.
divorced if you keep upping your pledge in the Kickstarter. Quit it. I mean, that's good. Thank you. But
Get a helmet. That's
don't
my
want you to get in
advice.
trouble. All right. You're not as you're younger than me, but you're gonna get there eventually. My age, and you don't want to be beat by your wife at my age. It's not good. You end up going to the hospital. I lie and tell people I'm sick, but really it's my wife beating the shit out of me.
Now,
look.
what does not hold up is Heavy Metal 2.
No, we won't talk about that. All right, so so question we've got. Let's see. This is from DM John. Will the new Castle Zygig stuff be non-OGL?
Yes.
I'm sure it will be.
That's right.
Yes, it will be non-OGL. Castles of Crusade is non-OGL.
Am I going to be doing the?
And when he says the new
That's
CZ
not
stuff,
matter.
John, when we say yes,
I just want to be.
when we say yes to the new CZ, we mean yes to the new Gygax because we got it all, baby.
what was that animation we just?
Yeah. It's very good.
We got
Very
everything.
excited.
So
Fire and Ice.
very excited about it. Very excited. All right. Pro Ghost, you asked a question about limited stock PDFs. I think Jeremy was talking about. I saw that as a question. I think Jeremy was talking about the fact that we have a limited stock of PDFs. I'm not sure what he was talking about. I think he was making.
No. Limited stock of the white boxes.
Yeah, sort of.
That's what I was talking about.
We sent him to the print room. Anyway, all right. Let's see.
No. To be clear, though,
Yeah.
Chuck's right. We can do the books. We can do the contents inside those white boxes. What we can't do in house is the box.
That's
itself.
right. That's different.
So we have about 50 to 75 of those boxes left. So the question becomes, when they sell it, what do we do with that
Yeah, because
product?
I think Davis's Gnome Crew, they've been wanting to break from making those boxes anyway for a while. So
They're covered in pretty bad welts now. I think it's time to
I
do
think
a
it's
shift
a back
change.
scratcher.
all right.
What do you think that was a gnome hand?
Yes,
So-
it's a no hand.
Willie the Rat asked, where will we find Jeremy's new deep dive on the Beatles? He wants something published publicly. So maybe you can get on that, Jeremy. Hey,
Oh,
some more Patreon articles. Right there we go. Deep dive on the Beatles. You know?
There you
like the
Yeah,
that's
they're all in
on
a yellow submarine.
Ringo. Yeah,
go.
All right,
we're the
I've got,
Beatles.
so let me get one more question here. And then
We're
we'll get
here
to
in
our-
this dungeon. We're going to fight you.
Johnny, what in the hell is going on?
You've encountered 1d4 Beatles.
Yes, it just switched to the minutes. Or did a few minutes ago. We have 104 minutes left on this
Oh, my
Kickstarter.
God. 104 minutes. Wow. So, question from Johnny Omaha. I know who I gave him a hell earlier in the Discord. I know you're in the thick of it right now, but
Can
how
I
do you
just
think?
wait before you read that question? Can I just say Johnny Omaha? That's a great name. That is that is a fantastic name right there. Go ahead.
I know you're in the thick of it right now, but how do you think think it will ultimately feel to finally be free of the OGL content? Like a weight that has lifted, or like you've lost a dear friend? Oh, that's a great question. I see what you're saying.
So there's a phenomenon in psychology where if you talk about doing something, you get the same dopamine response as actually doing it. So I'm just really focused on getting it done and then feeling good about it instead of talking about how good it'll feel.
So wait, all I have to do is talk about accomplishing something, and I get my dopamine.
You feel just as good as if you had accomplished it. Yes.
Oh,
But,
good.
but wait a minute, Davis. I won't get a dopamine fix from that.
No, just
I don't
you would.
think so. I don't think you would. No, not at all. I don't think no.
So I will say this: having worked with the OGL since the not since the very beginning. The first stuff we did was non-OGL. It was all our stuff, and then very, very shortly after that, we started using the OGL in the year 2000. That has always been a pain in the ass, without a doubt. I didn't like it. I mean, I'm great. It's wonderful that Wizards of the Coast did it, but having to go in, and we frequently didn't, having to go in and update the OGL and the Section 15 thing, and especially when we were getting down to the 7th and 8th printing and the 4th and 5th printings of the other two books. And technically, by the OGL's license, you're supposed to list every printing of these things. So it was becoming this ever increasing onerous task. And then that section, it's the third paragraph, I can't remember whatever section is, where you have to go in and kind of update the stuff that you absolutely do not want to be in the OGL. Frequently, we would put a book out without updating that, so that would be very frustrating. And in the player's handbook specifically, we had to make what was open gaming, and going through with each printing and changing those page numbers. And I know one of them I did them all wrong.
The Monsters and Treasure. Monsters and Treasure only declares open game content up to like page 199, and then after that, it's all not legally designated. So it's all.
Yeah, and it just became yet another task to do that was not, and now we're not doing any of that. So for me personally,
we've come full circle to that initial discussion when the OGL came up, whether or not we were going to do it, because we were on the fence for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what led the,
Mac pushed it. You and I were against it, but Mac pushed it pretty heavy that this is the best way to get into the D20 market. And he was 100%.
Right. I'm sure he was right.
Yeah, he was 100% right, because the market 6 months, really 2 months, 3 months after Gen Con 2000 began to explode, and it just went.
Because I was doing everything I could do to bankrupt the company before it even got off the ground.
You worked very hard.
Well, we've ridden that train. We got on at the right time, and we're getting off at the right time.
Yes.
Because the tracks have broken.
Yes.
Like, I don't want to ride on that.
Those days were fantastic. The D20 days were some of the most fun that I've ever had as a publisher. It is indescribable, the energy that was in the air when we were going to multiple conventions in those days, the Gamma Trade Show and Origins and all of this stuff. The energy that was everywhere it was just indescribable.
Yeah, because there was that period where, like, 4 years, I was going to one show every 6 weeks or 8 weeks.
It was more than that. It's about you and Mark are going about one every 3 weeks. You guys went nonstop.
Hey, Sparky says, I got some. This ain't a question. I'll get to the questions in a minute. Sparky said, I still remember asking Steve if Watty would ever revoke the OGL, and he thought I was insane. LOL. Well, guess what?
So, Sparky, you win that round, my friend.
Sparky is frequently clairvoyant on these things.
He's sitting in the mountain in northern Arkansas. He's got his mountain up there, and he's studying the stars. Sparky's got his, He's
sitting there cross-legged with his shirt off, letting the stars roll over.
I'll scratch my back at the same time so you can get extra dopamine from this action.
Oh, it's like when chimps groom each other.
Yeah. Really, dude? Come on. All right. Anyways. God bless.
Davis, if you do it to your left, and Chuck, you do it to your right.
Ooh, yeah. And then he closes one eye and you kind of squint the other one.
Now. Just stop. Oh
you lose. I got two.
Oh my God, got two. I'll go to my bedroom and I've got one in the kitchen and one in the bedroom, buddy. I can battle you.
I can join in, guys.
Oh my God. Yeah, Jeremy. What are you gonna do, Jeremy? What now, Jeremy?
I can reach my back still. So
what is that supposed to be? Anyway. Dual welds back scratch. All right, so Omega Gambit asks, was Kyle Brink fired or did he quit?
Did who what now?
So Kyle Brink was the He was like the figurehead for D&D at Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah.
I don't want to conjecture on that. If I had to guess, he was probably he is in one of those jobs where he's the guy who announces the decisions. Everyone gets mad at him, and then when he leaves, he gets a big severance pay, and everyone's like, they listen to us, but nothing changes.
Yeah.
That's usually how that kind of thing goes. So he was probably asked to leave, knowing that that's the whole point of why he's there. That's a little conspiratorial, but that's my.
What's the question?
A guy that works for Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah, Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle quit or left straight for some reason.
When?
Like 2 days ago.
Oh, I didn't know that. No, okay. I'm unaware of that.
All right, Willie.
Executive producer of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
All right. So you got to let's see here. What was I going
And
to
just an FYI on the non-conspiratorial side, they often change, like companies of that size often change leadership roles.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fairly regular to
it's
get
not-
new blood in or new things. So it's not really that unusual.
Yeah, and that's why these guys negotiate pretty good severance pay because they know it's coming.
Yeah, the only people that really stay is the board of directors. They're the true power, right? Anyway, let's see. So Procurse says someone should go through Hargrave's material to convert some of these magic items and monsters into CNC. Not to mention some of the spells. Dave ran some wild games back in the 70s. It's wild.
What
What is?
material?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. What?
Oh, you couldn't hear me?
Yeah,
When you turn your head to the side, Chuck,
Like
you
this?
get very quiet.
yep,
Yeah.
you kind of fade out.
My audio changes like daily. That's great. Anyway,
No, your
people
vocal
need
cords
to
move
see-
to one side of your neck, and
People need to see your glorious face in order to put structure to the words.
Can you hear me through my phone? If I talk from this, does it work?
Yeah,
all
we
right.
can't hear you.
So I'm going to talk like this. Is this better if I talk into my
Look
mic?
here, look, listen.
Exactly.
I asked you a question. You better fucking respond.
I do want to point out that like 3 years ago, Chuck set up my microphone and it has not moved.
Not one time.
And it works perfectly. No audio
Yeah,
problem.
this is out of my control. It's
I'm
called
sorry
internet.
for blowing out your ears. I just think it's funny.
All right. So, Art or Procurse asks, someone should go through Dave Hargrave's material to convert some of his magical items and monsters into CNC. Did it die again?
No, he cut it.
What?
He got mad and cut it.
They look at his stuff for what?
that's
his
my
job.
microphone.
I am
No,
not
I'm not
staring
talking
at
to you.
Davis again. I'm going to go look over here. So, for the third time, from Procurse, someone should go through Dave Hargrave's material to convert some of his magical items and monsters into CNC, not to mention some of the spells. Dave ran some wild games back in the 70s. Dave Hargrave. Ring a bell to you guys?
I am not familiar with that.
Not familiar with him.
Wait, is that the Arduin Gamor fellow? Oh
think so.
my god. Arduin Gamor is awesome. I had no idea who it was.
Oh yes,
Okay, but
I
I
have his
thought
first three.
Dave's- I
Yeah,
thought
I've got-
that stuff
4 or 5 of them.
already been done. Another company has it.
Right. It's for sale. It's legally up for sale.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought
Yeah.
another. Who owns it?
I can't
Well, it was
remember,
being-
but it's for sale on Drive Through RPG. I think where I saw it at. I saw it somewhere for
Yeah.
sale.
They have
Yeah.
they have a weird logo. I can picture it in my head.
Yeah.
But if we could license it, that would be very cool. I loved Arduin Gamor. I absolutely
You just
loved
like piling on extra work for all of us. Why don't you just say what's honest about it? We're really
I mean,
sick and tired of this, you know?
it.
Steven, that's like 600 monsters. Think
Oh
about
my
that.
god. Do we need art for it?
Oh my god. Well,
Probably,
I
yeah.
mean, we can use
stuff.
no, we just
Dave
do
Harper
we
had
do
a
a
lot of
retro.
cool-
We do a retro
did.
publication. We use the original art. They're all dead anyway. They'll all be
There you go. Now you're
There was
talking.
like 4 pieces of art.
Now you're talking even more. Imagine the kill kittens.
art
He did
Claude-
Hey, Sparky, look at that. I broke my glasses, dude.
Hey, let me ask you guys a question real quick. Type yes in the chat if you would. Type no if you would not. Would you be interested in buying monster art cards that you could show to your players at the table and use at cons and such? That's all I want you to do. All right. Art Claude Bruce. Jeremy says no, of course.
Jeremy's the only one who's. Jeremy
my
is-
job. That's
With
what I do
stats
here.
on the back. Yes, absolutely.
I shoot down ideas. And tell you how
Jeremy
why
does.
things aren't possible. That's my job.
Weapons cards too. Oh my God. No, there's too many weapons in that damn book that Davis wrote.
Weapons
Oh my
cards,
God.
spell cards, magic item cards, door cards, road
Ooh,
cards.
your cards
boat
are cool.
cards.
I've got some of those.
Mail cards. We need screw cards because there's like 100 different
What the
types
fuck
of
does that
screws.
even
No,
mean?
we need a deck of clubs. Oh my God, that's what we need. Think
Dude, that
about
would be
it.
cool. That would be
That'd
cool.
The club cards, yes.
I'm with
Trading
Seth.
cards,
Cards,
magic
with
cards.
There you go.
All right, so Art Claude
Hey,
Bruce.
are those cards that people throw and like sticking walls and sticking people? Are those like extra sharp or thick or
No.
something? Is there some?
These
No,
are just
they
normal
just-
cards.
Yeah,
They're just really seriously.
I don't think they stick in people, but they
they're
stick into
just-
foam blocks.
I don't know. I got in a card fight with the kids the other day, and we were trying to kill each other. It's like, go ahead.
I can see you up
Backstab
there
cards,
working, and all of a
business
sudden you spend
cards.
like 3 hours chasing them around the house. I'll get your ass, or something. Art Claude Bruce.
So,
has a
Beetle
question.
cards.
I hear one of you is a big Dr. Pepper aficionado. Kudos. I knew there was a reason why I was a big fan of TLG.
I wonder who that could be.
don't
I
know.
am
He's
known
holding
for
up
my
the
love of
can.
Dr.
He looks-
Pepper.
I got a old Dr. Pepper sign over there and another Dr. Pepper sign in there.
Oh my God.
Yes, good. Dr. Pepper is the drink. I can remember the day I had my first Dr. Pepper back in 1966 or 67.
Oh my freaking god!
I remember it. You know, Davis, I walked down to Paul's store. We went, it was about a mile, 2 mile walk down the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
Remember we used to do that? And I went into Paul's store and I was getting a frosty root beer and he was out. And I remember it like it was yesterday. He said, I'm out of root beer. Just have one of those Dr. Peppers. So I took the bottle of Dr. Pepper out of the Coke box that is in your room.
My living room, right?
Yep, in your living room. Popped the top, and then I went walking. I don't know where you guys were because I was walking down the sidewalk. I didn't go back on the tracks. And I actually got a picture of me under the tree where I drank it. I didn't want to drink it, and I walked so far down this sidewalk, and I was eating empty or whatever was in the bag. And I finally was like, okay, I'll drink it. So I took a drink of that Dr. Pepper. It's been a love affair ever since.
I've seen 2 comments from Tyler tonight. One has been, why are you doing these streams when I'm trying to take a shower? And the second one
70s.
is, yeah, the 70s is 1966. You were born in 60. He's a prophet.
76.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Tyler. It would have been 76 or 77. One of those two.
God,
So
you're old.
I don't want to
dude.
interrupt, but rounding things up at the bottom of the hour, we have $167,567.
Nice.
91
That's
minutes to go.
It was Destiny at West Wind Games. It was
Yes.
definitely Destiny.
He was, Ray. We had some conflicting information about his birthday, but we have had that corrected now live.
I
on
got
stream.
confused. Yes.
We got
Okay.
we got some top historians in. They hashed it out.
I never get to say this
They
much.
compared.
No, you guys are all wrong. Kent is a man before his time, literally.
Yeah,
Oh, is
that's
that
what
it?
I am.
I'll use one of my famous hashtags, and that's all I'm going to say.
So it was 1976, but spiritually it was 67.
Yeah, there you go. We'll go with that.
Hashtag elderly. All right, let's see. Oh, I'm not wondering if you're in the shower, out of the shower. I don't care, Tyler. That's fine. I don't need nothing. We'll move right along. All
God,
right,
you're the
here-
same age as my
That,
dad.
Tyler, but we frequently talk about when we're having company meetings. Do you think Tyler's in the shower right now?
I made deep
The
fake
question
beards.
that's always on our mind. What's
Tyler's always on our mind. Isn't that a Waylon Jennings song? Somebody's always on my mind.
No, that's Amarillo. No.
Really on my mind? Tyler, what song are we
I'm
thinking
gonna sit
of?
and watch. I'm gonna sit and watch you guys trying to guess this. This is it. Fun.
Mini Kiss.
No.
You won't have any clue what this is, Jeremy.
No,
Trust me.
it's
Outlaw
Glenn
Country.
Campbell. It's Glenn Campbell, isn't it?
Danzig.
Always on my mind. Willie Nelson, always on my mind. There you
That's a
go.
different
Always
Glenn.
on my mind. He's old.
Always on my mind.
Now, what's the Glenn Campbell song I was thinking of?
Bruce
Gently
What's
Campbell.
on
on my mind? That's the Glenn Campbell song I was thinking of.
No, that's
And
Bruce
it kind of
Campbell.
makes sense too if you think about it.
It's a great song.
Shower pole.
Amarillo by morning.
Wait. What's the Amarillo song?
It-
Amarillo by morning. That's right.
Amarillo by morning. Yeah.
Okay.
Some great music. Great music.
Johnny
That's right.
Cash.
Whoa. What's the best song though? The one from the guy who lost his toilet paper.
A boy named Sue.
No.
Guy who lost his toilet.
That's a
paper.
great song, by the way.
They ran out of toilet paper in space.
Oh, Benson, Arizona.
It's in Arizona.
Saving Arizona.
If you have not seen the movie Dark Star, that is what
Oh,
Davis is
God.
referencing. It's the greatest movie ever made.
Watch Saving
they-
Arizona. That's a good one.
They're do what?
Watch
It's a
Saving
prequel to
Arizona.
Star
That's a good
That's
one.
the movie.
Dark
And
Star is a
they run
prequel to Star Wars.
No, it's
It
not.
totally- no, all of you Star Wars fans out there, if you
No,
have
it's
not
if
seen-
anything, it's a prequel to Alien. Come on.
no, it's a prequel to Star Wars. That's like Luke Skywalker's
God
great
help me.
granddad.
Not even
right.
closely. What are you talking about?
I don't even know what to say.
Watch Bone Tomahawk.
You know,
Bone
I
Tomahawk is
almost
fantastic.
watched that with Stephanie the night before last. We
She
She would
almost
never
watched-
speak to you again.
Yeah,
No,
don't
she's
watch
already
it.
been indoctrinated to the Chenault way of movies.
No, this one's
You're not
this-
prepared for this one.
This
I don't
one's
know.
bad, Chuck.
I've never seen
It's
it.
a great movie, but it's brutal as.
It's
Oh, no, she's
really,
good for
really
that
kind of
sometimes.
gross.
Now I
It's
will
upsetting.
Say, I
You
will
think
say,
Hostel was bad?
Upsetting.
listen,
No, it's upsetting like Hostel's upsetting.
it's crazy, dude. It's
Really?
crazy.
Yeah.
It's worse.
That's an
It's,
Yeah.
upsetting movie. Oh wow.
it's nuts. The violence in it is.
Yeah, but Hostile was a fantastic movie. I'm
Now
sorry.
listen. Now here's a movie that Stephanie will enjoy. I think I watched it last night. It's called No One Is Coming to Save You. I believe that's the name of it.
The Never Ending Story 2.
Yeah, that's it. And it is. There is not. Hear me out. There is not a single word of dialogue in the entire movie.
She would probably
And
like
the
it.
basic, the basic,
Fantasia.
the basic premise is this young lady is in a house in the country when the aliens come. It is badass. It
All right,
is.
I'll check it out. That
It
sounds
is a
cool.
horror movie. I don't know what it is.
If you
Fantastic.
want to, speaking of alien horror, if you want something that'll really, really upset you, there's this little movie called Extro. I can't tell you anything about it.
Called what?
Extro, XTRO, Extro. Give it a watch. It's not
Okay.
a movie you watch with grandma. I'll put it that
What,
way.
what's it on? Where can I see it?
I don't know.
Dark
Okay,
Star was best watched with shrooms.
Probably fair.
Dark
We
Star was
just-
best watched with a hood over your head. Let's be
We
real.
just rolled over 168,000.
Trolls Eye.
Really?
That's
Holy
awesome.
cow.
That is
Yes.
awesome.
She's creeping to 170. Steve, by the way, Hurricane Burl is pronounced like Pearl or Merle Haggard.
Dan Haggerty?
Dan Fogarty, isn't it?
No, Dan Haggerty is the guy with the beard.
Yeah, I don't know anything about music.
Wasn't the never ending
He's not a music guy. He's Grizzly Adams. Dan
Oh,
Haggerty.
hey,
Jeremy, wouldn't the never ending story 2 just be the never ending story 1 repeated?
There are 3 never-ending stories, and they
Well,
get
that doesn't
considerably
make any
worse with
sense.
each installment.
I thought the story at the end of I never saw 2 or 3.
I never saw any of them.
Don't
thought-
don't bother.
Or Marlboro.
I thought the whole idea was he was reading the anyway. Maybe I missed it.
What was Grizzly Adams' bear named?
Tom. Rip.
I don't know about that, but I know that the
Okay.
2 dogs from fuck, what is that show?
I don't know.
Ben.
What's the show with Tom? What's the show with Tom Selleck?
With Tom Hanks.
Magnum PI?
Yeah, the 2 dogs in Magnum PI. I know their names.
Oh, really? What are they?
Apollo and Zeus.
Oh,
I-
yeah.
I only know that because my dad was a huge fan of that, and he would quiz me on
Gentleman.
stupid shit about a show that I've never seen.
I love
It was
Grizzly
like-
Adams, man, when I was a kid.
Gino Ben
I
was a
like
great,
it.
great show, man. I used to watch.
I
that.
like Magnum PI too. I
Davis,
forgot about the doctor.
Have you ever watched Davis? Have you ever watched Man on a Buffalo?
Man, no.
Google it
It's a
right
video,
now.
isn't it?
Go to YouTube and type in Man on
Yeah.
a Buffalo, and I will.
That's an old video.
I will change your world.
No, Lord.
Oh, my
You can
kids, when
finally
I
see
taught
this
school, every Friday I had to show them that video. It's a clip from another show, and they made it anyway. You'll see.
Dan Haggerty was in a movie called Elves, which is a Christmas horror film that features Nazi elves,
What? What?
and he is drunk through the whole thing.
He's
It's
drunk.
really sad. He is wasted.
Art Clabruce says, question, favorite Western?
There
The
you go.
Searchers.
Oh,
Search is your favorite? Is it?
Searchers is my favorite.
Unforgiven's really good.
Oh, Unforgiven is fantastic. And what is the one with
Uh,
Kevin Costner? Open Range is really good.
Open Range is good.
What about the classic? Considered the magnus opus of westerns. You know what I'm talking about? Once Upon
With
the
the
West.
Dollar Trilogy?
No. Once Upon a Time in the West. That's a fucking good movie, man.
I'm not a big fan of that movie.
The cinema in it, the cinematic stuff, the shots
Tombstone.
are amazing.
Tombstone's
I'm not a
really
huge
good.
fan of Charlie Bronson. Isn't he in that? Isn't he in Once Upon
Charles
a-
Bronson.
He plays.
He was-
He
he was in
plays the
those-
character called Harmonica. Yes.
He was in those Death Wish films.
But I love this. But in that movie, what about what's his name? The old guy, the one that
Henry Fonda.
Yeah, think about him. How good he was. He was pure evil.
Oh, Henry Fonda's good in anything he does.
Yeah,
No, he more-
pure
I've never seen the original True Grit. We should probably do that.
Oh, it's great.
It is very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
The original?
Yeah.
I like the original and the remake. I like them both. I think they're both.
I do too. I absolutely.
Sorry. Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
That's
Man.
great.
Excellent.
Oh,
Yes.
that's fantastic. My God, that's such
Oh,
a great movie.
Sparky, you're right. Outlaw Josie Wales is probably in the top 5. I love that.
That's a
movie.
good
So
one.
I put on the
that's a
Ballad
great
of
movie.
Buster Scruggs for my family, and they were really into it at the beginning. And then it got to the part with the guy with no arms and no legs, and they were like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck did you put on?"
There's a
That's a
couple
really
of
harsh. That's a harsh.
stories. And also the ones where they're fighting the girl and the cowboy are fighting the
That
commander.
is such a heartbreak. Yeah.
That
one.
is a hard. I don't want to get any spoilers, but that is a hard. This part of Buster Scruggs is hard to watch.
Wait, which one?
The titular character is really fun because he's like a Bugs Bunny character.
Wait, which one are you
Yeah.
talking about, Ken?
I don't want to give any spoilers, but it's the man and the woman, the settlers, and the Comanches are attacking. I think.
Oh yeah.
And all of that stuff was set up ahead of time.
Yeah.
So you understand exactly what's happening as it's going on.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Ma-
Yeah.
Warlord's Old West RPG, or with that, it would fall into Amazing Adventures. I would love to see an Old West RPG.
I had a pitch for
Yeah, it
You
would be
did
amazing
that.
advenures if we do something like that. But that would be
That
cool
was
to
a
do.
cool idea.
Yeah,
yeah.
Jacob, that's a really good idea, actually.
You
Hondo, that's
know
a good
what
movie.
Western-
Yeah.
Here's a 6-episode western that I saw a few months ago that I actually really.
Deadwood.
No, the English.
The English.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I've heard
think
of that
it's
movie.
fun.
I've not seen it, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's like 6 episodes. It's
Or
about
show.
a woman and her travels with. Anyway, it's a really good show, which was one of the shows that made me think, because I almost binge watched it over Saturday, cleaning, watching, right?
Yeah.
And I was sitting there thinking, how can this show keep me entranced for 6 hours straight, basically? And I go to watch a movie, I'm literally falling asleep within 5 minutes.
It has everything to do with characterization. If they can make characters that you care about, you'll want to make sure that they're okay, and you'll be really invested in what they care about. That's all it is.
That's that movie I watched last night, which was so odd about it because it has no dialogue and basically just one character in it. But she did such a through the roof fantastic job that you're with her on this entire insane journey that she's on. Because I'm with you, Davis. A lot of these movies, I sit down, man, I am out in minutes. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, no, it's one of those. So my movie review begins like this. Let's see. This is your article for the Crusader. My time was.
I'm not accepting movie reviews.
No, well, you're getting one. So, everything sucks, and I'm gonna eat some worms.
What was that song Dad used to sing?
I can't remember. I was trying to think of it. Go eat some worms or something like that.
Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. I'm
gonna eat some worms.
I'll tie it into RPG somehow. Like make it a fantastically informative. Like
I feel like this should be mentioned because Procursion says my ancestor Cole Younger started the Younger James gang, and he used to tell my grandmother what they did before he was caught and sent to prison. Wild stories. I will bet those were some
I
wild
would believe
stories.
it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Very
Hey,
cool.
Frank.
You know, it's a good movie.
We did Jason McLeod. What's that?
That's like I can't. No, that's like a crazy. Here's my ancestors, the Cole Younger gang. I'm like, oh damn. And then we get like the first whorehouse west of the Mississippi.
Hey, Jace, we
the
did.
first whorehouse on the White River.
We did make the final tier. We sure did, sir. We did.
Blazing Saddles is good. Not a Western, but I bring it up every time I can. RoboCop is legitimately probably one of the greatest films ever made.
I know I've seen that, but I can't remember.
You would love it. It's so violent.
Probably would. I don't think it's-
Frank, you're mean, but yes, smart ass. All right, let's see. I don't have any questions in the queue right now, and I need to run. I'm gonna take a break. I'll be right back. I'm gonna run to the bathroom. You guys continue on. Steve, if you'll just watch for the questions coming up, I'll be right back.
What's a good vampire movie?
I don't know. I'm not a
Oh,
fan of that genre.
And don't say the Underworld movies because those don't count.
just don't-
Oh,
I gotta say, the Brad Pitt Tom Cruise Interview with a Vampire movie. I thought it was really good. I thought it was a really good movie. The first Blade is good too, I think.
Did you like Bram Stoker's Dracula?
Yes, I absolutely.
1990, whatever.
Yeah, with Winona Ryder. I absolutely love that movie.
It's an excellent. Lost Boys is good.
Lost Boys, I would say is good. I like
someone's going to have to correct me, but a movie came out last year, I think, and it's the Voyage of the something, and it's
the Demeter.
Yeah, the
Last Voyage of the Demeter.
Yeah, fantastic movie. I strongly recommend. You know, if you're in the band, that's just funny.
I just remembered one. Near Dark is a really, really upsetting, really great vampire movie. It's got Lance Henriksen in it. It's got it's got Bill Paxton in it. It's like a gang of vampires, and they're like really kind of like gross and pathetic. They live in a van because they can't stay anywhere, and they have to they only come out at night, and they're like attacking drug addicts. It's really kind of grimy and gross. It doesn't make vampirism sexy. It's like, oh, this would be awful.
So someone said First Bite, and that reminded me of one of my dad's favorite movies was Love at First Bite, which is a vampire movie. I can't remember the guy in it. George Hamilton plays Dracula in it. Absolutely hilarious.
George Costanza plays Dracula?
That would be funny. That would be all right.
That would be hilarious.
So Chuck sent me some questions or some stuff that he saw in the chat. Johnny Omaha said, so I snagged that T1 Village of Hamlet for that Greyhawk thing like you guys suggested. Any ideas on how to convert NPC's armor class? I think it's still using THACO.
Which edition?
So it's using descending armor class.
Yeah.
He wants to know how to convert it.
Just flip it. A 9 is an 11, an 8 is a whatever, 12.
Just subtract the value from 20, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's it.
So if they have an AC of 9, 20 minus 9 is 11.
Yeah, once you do it a couple of times, it's going to become like you don't even have to think about it. You'll just see that number.
Yeah, that's basically it. And then just invert the bonuses to hit. So because I think there's like an attack matrix in the back or whatever. You'll just make them. Or no, they're already positive. You have to consult the chart and invert it. Yeah.
We're having to dust off some old memories here.
Yeah. So AD&D didn't use THACO.
Right. That's
in name only. Mechanically it did. It just didn't call it that.
Yeah. So what did you say originally? You said subtract something from something.
You take minus the armor 20 class. Minus whatever the stated armor class is. That's all.
Okay. There you go. That'll make it much easier. And then
then if it's negative, because it goes all the way down to -10, I think.
Yeah.
That would just be a 30.
Yeah, that's a 30. You still subtract 10, and you come up with. You would subtract it.
Pretty simple. It's so simple, in fact, that I wonder why they didn't just have it ascending in Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
There was a reason, and I cannot remember what that reason was.
Was it because like first class armor is better than second class armor or something like that?
Yeah, it's because
Gary explained it to me, but I cannot remember what he said.
A lot of people would like to know, I'm sure.
Yeah. And Jim Ward passed now, and so there's very few people left that would be, and that.
I don't know if Tim would be privy to that information.
Tim might. Tim and Rob Coates might.
Yeah. Send your letters, care of. No.
I'm sure he's explained it at some point why he used that. I bet you on that Dragon's Foot thread, it's in there somewhere.
Yeah, he talks about everything in that.
Yeah.
My guess is that it's rooted in chainmail. Is what it is.
Some kind of wargaming thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's a wargaming.
Well, I can tell you this from a conversation that he and I had going to breakfast one morning. He went on and on about because he was an insurance adjuster before he became a cobbler. He was an insurance adjuster, and he went on and on about
Ironclad. That's where it comes from. Ironclad ship wargaming. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. He went on and on about his actuary tables and the percentages, and that's where a lot of the D&D stuff came from. Because he just hears already.
Early D&D is just based on probability. It's like you probably have a 50% chance of doing this. That's just whatever 50% of whatever die you're rolling, 1 to 3 on a D6 or whatever.
Best vampire movie, The Descent. I don't think I've seen it.
The Descent is not a vampire movie, but it is amazing.
Uh-oh.
It's more like You know, the less said about it, the better. Go into it totally blind.
Okay. That's what I prefer.
It's a movie about spelunkers. That's what you need to know.
Okay. Oh, I think I know which one. I think I know that.
Don't watch The Descent 2. It's not good.
Yeah, I never got the whole vampire thing. It never like clicked with me.
I'm with you. It really has to be something special, character-wise.
Yeah,
You know?
I think Anne Rice did a good job of creating like memorable and believable like vampires as they would exist, perhaps.
Yeah.
But at some point, and now it really lost me. The whole vampire thing really lost me when it was romanticized.
Well, I mean, that happens to everything now.
Yeah, no, everything moves. Yeah,
anything that's taboo can be seen as like desirable.
Yeah, but then it sort of loses all of its potential edge for me.
Best werewolf movie is American Werewolf in London. Next question.
I don't know any werewolf movies. I've seen American Werewolf in London. What other movies would there be?
The Wolfman, which is.
I don't think I've seen that.
That's a good movie, but it's not scary.
I did really enjoy Bram Stoker's Dracula. Really
love that.
Love that
Stoker. He's not a stroker. The Howling is
What
great.
did I come back to? What are you guys talking about here? What's going on?
No. I like Bram Stoker.
Okay, Manfred von Beck wins because he's 100% right. The best werewolf movie is Brotherhood of the Wolf.
Never seen it.
It's a French film. It is through the roof, fantastic.
Best werewolf movie is Curse of the Wolf. Look it up.
Courage of the Wolf. Oh my God.
Curse of the Wolf.
Curse of the
Wolf.
What kind of hell are you sending me?
Either Curse of the Wolf or Lycan Colony. Those are the two best werewolf movies.
He's making that up. I guarantee it.
No, those are real movies.
I'm looking at
know
it.
that. The part where you use the word good is what you're.
It has kung fu battles in it.
Exactly.
There you go.
Lycan Colony has a guy in a furry suit rolling around on a tarp in the woods.
Hey, is Dog Soldiers the werewolf story of that guy in or not Iraq but Afghanistan?
Ghost Dog?
Dog stories, he said. Or were you just making up random words?
American Sniper?
Soldiers.
No,
Dog
no,
soldiers.
There was,
Dog soldiers.
huh?
Soldiers.
Okay, so
Dog
there's
soldiers.
a story about a werewolf.
Underworld 2?
No. The two werewolves, and they're soldiers in the U.S. Army. And what they do is they lead patrols and because
I
they
know
can.
what you're talking about. I saw it.
Top Secret?
Yes, it's Top Secret. I know what you're
Great
talking
movie,
about.
by the way. Just a little horse.
Top Secret is very funny if you haven't
Classic.
seen it.
So Bob says best werewolf movie, Little Red. I'm not even going to say.
Little Red Riding. What? I went up too fast. I couldn't see it.
Yeah,
Oh no! Yeah, don't. Oh,
From
no.
Hustler.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Ghost Dad?
Oh, it's from Love, Death, and Robots. Never mind.
Oh.
No.
That's what it is. That's actually a pretty good show. I like that. I've watched almost
Yeah,
all
there's
of
a lot of good things on Love, Death, and
You also
Reminded
seen
me
I
of-
Seven.
really like Love, Death, and Robots. Yeah.
it. It reminded me of the old heavy metal magazine.
Oh man, that's so good.
Yeah.
70 minutes. Where are we at? We're at 168, 341. She's doing very good. For those just
Really?
joining us, we have a Kickstarter rolling on right now. It's the last 70 minutes of it. It closes tonight, 11 Central Standard Time. It is for Castle.
70 minutes.
It's called Shapeshifters on Love, Death, and Robots.
No,
Love, Death,
the
and Robots.
Kickstarter's called Castles and Crusades Reforged.
Yes.
not
Your timing was
if for some reason you do not know, it is the DOGL version of our flagship game, Castles and Crusades, a fantasy role-playing game that emphasizes immersion and ease of play. This is the OGL, the Sans OGL version of the game.
Yes.
What were we talking about?
I just mentioned that we were 70 minutes
Why
in.
are we online tonight? I forget.
The Phantom Menace?
Wow. DM John says the last movie I saw in the theater was The Two Towers. You know, it's funny because I've almost quit going to the theater.
I went to a. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was done.
I went to a Fathom event where they just showed The Two Towers in theaters like a year ago. So if you went to that, that's not that outrageous of a claim.
It's not that big of a deal.
Ray Charles asks, any way to get the rights for the Rifts world and do it in a good system? like Siege.
Oh wow.
Somebody owns Rifts.
That would
Yeah.
be interesting.
I have no idea.
Rifts has some weird stuff going on where it's kind of like Amazing Adventures, the setting, where it's like this is everything, right?
Savage says that Savage Worlds has it.
Oh, okay.
That's right. That's right. I knew that.
You know, in Love, Death, and Robots, there's a scene with a giant and some knights. It's a really, it's like 4 minutes long. It's really, really worth your time to go watch that.
Jack the Giant Killer?
And I don't remember that, but I'm sure I've seen it.
Yeah, that's Savage Worlds art.
Lydium.
Watch Overlord.
Yeah, Pinnacle's been really smart. They've been trying to get a lot of people to share. They mash up these different systems and do things with it.
Yeah, they did a Pathfinder Savage Worlds game, which blew
Yeah.
my mind that it even exists.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
No.
Jacob says, anyone remember the werewolf TV series from the USA Channel in the 1980s? I do not remember that. I don't think I had an old broken TV in college with the rabbit ears on it. I had to bang the side of it to get the tube going to get it hooked up and get it going.
Wow.
There's a Nightmare on Elm Street TV series. I
Real.
remember that. And a Friday the 13th TV series, which had nothing to do with.
Oh,
There was no killer in that. It was like a horror anthology show.
Oh, I saw something the other day, an advertisement for a new. I don't know if it was it wasn't what was it? It was something. They're doing a mashup with Jason. They're bringing Jason back. It was some kind of.
Jason Vey? He's back?
No. I'll think of it.
I never saw any of the Friday the 13th movies.
Never.
They are. I like them because they're extremely dumb.
Yeah.
Thank you, Heather.
Particularly over time, they get dumber as they are made.
I mean, the first one is the only one that has an idea.
Right. Right. Oh, that's just you're gonna die.
It's just whatever, because it's basically the same movie over and over again. But there's like a certain atmosphere to it when you're watching them. You kind of
Thank you, W.M. Scott.
Thank
you
you.
kind of feel a certain way.
Yeah, you know, I finally got to sit down and watch. Now, you all know this. Shit, I can't remember the name of it. What's the Dead movie? The guy with the chainsaw.
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. And I watched like the first 20 minutes of the first movie, and then they pulled it off Netflix.
Yeah, you told me that.
I hate when they do that, man. You go back to watch it, and it's like you got to buy it now. I'm like, what the hell?
But I watched it. It was like late at night. I said, I'm gonna finish this tomorrow, and that was on the 30th. And I got up the next morning to watch it the next day, and they had taken it.
You want me to mail you my Blu-ray?
I don't have any way to play a Blu-ray, so that would do me no good.
Would you like my VHS copy of Evil Dead?
There you go.
No,
Yeah,
I
have it
guarantee you
on-
he has a way to play Blu-ray in his house. He just doesn't know.
Do any of your kids have a
Sure,
PlayStation?
that they've got Blu-ray players.
No,
They've
we've got an Xbox 360.
That'll play it. A 360
play it.
that won't play it. That plays Blu-ray? 360?
I think so.
But my computer does not have a DVD player.
So,
Texas
in
Chainsaw
honor
Massacre 2.
of us doing so great, we're going to do another giveaway. Some giveaways here in about 10 minutes. I would like to do something special on the stream. Steve, I am going to bring something up for you to talk about, if you would like to. I'm going to surprise you with this. I know you weren't expecting it, but there you go, Steve. Let's talk about this for a few minutes.
As is the nature of surprises, you don't know about this.
That is true.
Ah,
yes. So
we forgot an hour ago.
But wait, no, Chuck, let's raffle off something to see if anyone can guess the question.
Guess the question. How are you going to guess a question? That could be anything.
Well, you just better be lucky. So what you're looking at there is a picture from the TLG catalog that we are working on.
Oh,
this is drawn by
Sorry.
Richard Witters. We're going to have probably about 36 to 48 pages in this catalog. And we're going to take it a little different track on the way we approach Troll Lord products, whether it's Castles and Stays, Amazing Dimensions, whatever it is. And it's going to be pictures like this with people with books and, playing the game and whatever. And then with discussions about, what this specific product is or whatever.
Remember Sears catalog? It's back in gaming form.
This
is J. Peterman catalog.
Yeah, this was kind of modeled after the J. Peterman catalog, which was always very cool. Davis remembers it. They just gave cool stories about everything, and that's what we want to do with this. We've been around so long, and it's so just the same thing. Here's a picture of the player's handbook. it's $19.99 or whatever. We're not going to do that. We're going to give you guys these really cool pictures. We're going to have it available in print. If you want to order one, we'll ship it to you, or it'll be online that you can download, or online that you can flip through it.
Look at that.
Work has begun. Super jazzed about it. He sent over the first 2 sketches just a couple of days ago.
This is what the Gary's book of joke items should look like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. That's a great idea.
I kind of
Because the whole idea is that it's a catalog.
right.
Yeah. So you'll see this young lady walking will have the player's handbook in her hand. He'll put the logo and stuff on it so you can see that, and then we'll discuss, whatever.
Does she have a name?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Anonymous.
Well, if she doesn't have a name,
she's the gamer in all of our hearts.
So Ken Robinson's got it right there. It invokes a young me living my life, but thinking about D&D. Yes, and each of the pictures will be different. They all won't be that same individual. Each picture will be of someone else, different.
and perhaps eventually they might join the caravan.
Oh, no, that would be.
Which I have linked in the chat again if folks want to participate.
The Wandering
We've this up on
Monarch.
our wiki. So go check it out. You can make up a personality and throw it on there.
They all have a name. It's
Oh, wow.
name.
Hey, look
Godzilla
at that.
versus Megalon?
Go ahead.
6 people have entered in their people over on the Wandering Menagerie.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Crow.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. I'm very excited about this. I think it's just a really, I don't know. Give
I
everybody,
I love the idea of like community projects like that.
yeah.
And then I sort of wanted to do like a portion of Aired where everyone like describes like just like a little like in one of the cities, the 3-city area down there in the southeast area, just like here's your house, describe your house. Here's your house, describe your house, and just make it freely available to everyone.
Dude, Davis, this is a brilliant idea.
Oh God, here we go.
We're going to take that idea as a pledge level in the Castle Zagig, and you can put your house in Yigsburg.
How do we establish ownership over stuff like
All right,
that?
just click that link right there. It'll take you right to it. You can edit and put your own entry in there. And of course, if it's something bad, we'll have to remove it. But other than that, it's
If you put Stripzilla in there, we're going to pull it out.
Yeah.
Or Godzilla in Jeremy's case.
Yeah.
Jeremy, the way that would work is that Gygax Estates would own anything that you put in there.
So to be clear, if you do submit something for that, you will not own it. The guy gets
not the Wandering Menagerie.
Not the Wandering Menagerie. Yeah, that's
you
yours.
submit something there, it is yours. You can take it.
For the Wandering Menagerie, I'm gonna have a chimpanzee that was like touched by a god and was given like sentience.
That's
and
cool.
he lives in he travels in a traveling circus and he's stuck in a cage. He's got all this mental power, but he's just like
that's cool.
He just juggles balls.
Yeah.
He has mental power. Can he just not control someone's mind and force him to open the cage and let him out?
He could, but they surgically implanted a metal sheet over his brain so the energy can't get out.
I kind of feel like this is the direction the next series of Planet of the Apes is going to be. I like where you're going with this. We should work on this.
There's people underground worshiping the bomb. Yeah.
I like Finnegan's comment. You can have your own house in Aaron, but you have to send a TLG a rent check every month.
25 cents.
That's right.
Mojo Jojo.
It is I, Mojo Jojo.
Mojo Jojo.
We're the slumlords of the DTRPG world.
No, it'll be Detective Chimp. That's what
Awaken Chimp. That's hilarious. Awaken.
What was Clint Eastwood's chimp? He had a orangutan.
He had an orangutan. I think it was Bobo.
Bobo?
Was it
probably not. I have no idea.
I have no idea. I never.
No, his name was what is his
Clyde.
Name? Clyde was his name.
Clyde. Everyone's saying Clyde, isn't it?
Yeah, it was Clyde.
No, Clyde. Come on.
Right turn, Clyde. Just like that. Just punch out the window. That's such great stuff, man. Them good old days.
We are creeping to 169.
Steve Manfred says,
right
I don't
back.
have to send a rent check. I subscribe to the Patreon.
There's your rent check.
Yeah. Speaking of the Patreon, I haven't met with Steve yet, but the plan is we're going to have a really nice and brand new shiny Patreon coming up soon. You're going to be so excited because hopefully the Crusader will end.
Today was entertaining because Jeremy and I were waist deep in those spells trying to get that out so we could get it to the backers as soon as we could. And both Chuck, Grace, and Davis were hitting me with different ideas. And I was thinking, just wait one more day. Just one more day.
I won't lie that I've told a few people this week. I'll get back to you as soon as this damn Kickstarter's over with.
And we are 58 minutes to the end of this guy. It has been
really?
I gotta say, so if you go to a site called kicktrack.com, as everyone knows, the big things about Kickstarters, they're big in the beginning and they're big in the middle, or at the end, and the middle part is this kind of dead zone. Well, if you look at Kicktrack and you just type in Reforged, it'll take you.
I got it right here. I'm gonna show it off.
Okay,
I'm proud of it. So.
Yeah, it is. We have had a fantastic campaign throughout. Grace and I started shouting at Gary Con, "Fight the U," which is the U shape of the Kickstarters, and I think that we have very successfully done that on this campaign. You guys have made that happen. We've done all kinds of different stuff. The AMAs on Reddit. We ran ads. Just all kinds of different things that we did on this campaign, and I think it definitely paid out.
Titano, the Kryptonite ape.
Yes, that was the Clint Eastwood. That was the orangutan in the Outlaw Josie Wales.
No, that's very infamously. There was a random issue of DC Comics that sold super well.
That's crazy.
And it happened to have an ape. It had an ape on the cover, and so the bigwigs at DC were like, put out a memo. They said, we need more apes. So they invented a bunch of ape characters because they thought that was what sold.
Shit. Hold on, I got the
That's why we have like 15 different ape characters in DC.
Good God.
Oh,
Yes, indeed, Heather. Do what, Chuck? What's happening?
I'm dealing with trying to get this. I got to click the wrong button here. I got the damn thing up. What's his name? On the stream.
The bearded
You'll see
devil.
it. I can't find the bearded devil. A new bearded devil. There's some new artwork for you guys.
That's not art, but that will not appear in any of the products that we're advertising today.
That is not.
That will.
That will.
Yes, the bearded devil is from the Codex Infernum.
Sure.
Now I can send you that black dragon if you want to put that up.
I can most surely put it.
Black dragon is just fantastic.
It is fantastic. It's absolutely nice. Yeah, we'll show you guys some monsters. I'll tell you what. Let's do some giveaways real quick before I forget. We're another hour in. So let me do those real quick. I'm going to switch over to here. And so these next giveaways are going to be for another couple more $10 PDFs, another couple $15. All right. So we're going to do those real quick. And then I'll get that up for Steve. Give me just a second here. All right. If you weren't earlier, if I pull your name, I'll have to pull you because I want to be fair about this tonight because we don't normally let people win more than once anyway. Okay, so here we go.
Alien, hold on, Chuck. Alien Gear asks when will Infirm be up in store? Hopefully in about 3 months. That's what we're hoping.
Is it that close? That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's almost done. It's going to be Exaltum that's going to.
Right.
I'm not sure what Jason is, I think.
Has he started that?
Yeah. He was about halfway through, I think, last time I talked to him. So hopefully he has.
He's got a day job, so he's really busy.
Oh, yeah, he's very, very busy.
Davis.
Davis, too. Everybody around here is insanely busy.
Jason's got a day job.
All right. So, that being said, let's close the entry out real quick.
An office. I'm going to build myself an office. I found a chair that I can sit in and reach the floor.
What do you call the room you're in right now?
Junk.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to pull these winners, and I'll let you know. The link will pop up in the chat if you want to. Or Lord of Mercy, it's getting late. Just click on the link. It'll take you to the Discord. You can hit up Obsidian Risk.
Somebody else will have to clap for me.
Oh my God.
Back in 1 second.
We're all leaving, Chuck.
You can finish, Chuck. We'll be back in a second.
All right, have fun. Yay, great. Anyway, they're fucking gone finally. All right, now I can get something done. All right, let's pull these. So for the first $10 one we've got here, it's going to be Wine.Mike. Wine.Mike, if you'll just hit that and go to our Discord. I think you already are over there, but most people are at our Discord. But anyway, just hit up Scott Obsidian Risk. He may be watching that. I don't know, but he's in there. He's one of the moderators. Just ask Greg if you don't see him, but we'll get you the code to you. Just DM him, just like it says right there in the message. Next up for another $10 PDF. Actually, let me make a note of that so I don't get screwed up on everything I'm doing here. Got it, Mike. Keep track of these tonight because we got a lot of giveaways, so we're doing all kinds of stuff. Next one's going to be Keith Jr. 42, Mr. Hershey. There you go, Keith. Here's your $10. Awesome. Congrats.
It's not that I expect giveaways; it's that I really need water.
I know. I ran out, so I went and got me some Dr. Pepper instead. So, anyways, next winner is going to be for a $15 code off our store. It's a straight $15. Celtic Boar. Not seen that name in a while. Good to see you, buddy. Let me put you down here. Boar. All right. Congrats. Just go over to Discord. I think you've won before those. So, but if not, just go there. Next winner for a $15 is going to be Ray Tails. Did Ray win earlier? No, he didn't win.
I don't recall.
Well, it shouldn't do that. I've got it set where it shouldn't do that. Never know. Ray Tails. Okay.
Sparky win again?
No, he did not. He can't because I've got it set up to where it won't do that. Hopefully that'll work. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. So congrats all you guys. We'll do one more round of giveaways at the end of the stream. I will have a special giveaway as well. I'm not gonna say what it is, but for you guys to hang out to the end, it'll be worth waiting for. I think for a chance to win. Right? We'll do some more codes. I'll also be giving away a $25 code as well for the store. Top of that.
You know what's funny?
Oh, I got this probably earlier this morning, which is fine. I'm talking about for this stream. I just want to watch the stream because I don't normally do this many giveaways, so I want to make sure I don't repeat it. But seriously, congrats to all you guys for hanging out and doing the prizes and all that good stuff. All right.
I got this water bottle.
I said I'm gonna give away two special things at the end of the stream. I'm gonna give away something at the end of the stream to everybody that's on at the end of the stream. I'm not gonna say what it is. You'll like it. All right. Let me get back over here.
I got this water bottle like 10 years ago at the USS Arizona Memorial. And I didn't think about it at the time, but now I think it's really odd that they had a gift shop at an underwater grave for American soldiers. I think that's very strange.
That is weird.
Well, maybe some people want to buy a memorial to come back home and so they can
I don't know
and think about it, you know.
Wow.
Now, if they had like action figures of people dead in the water and stuff, I could see that being sort of a weird thing. I get that completely.
Yes, that would be in poor taste.
That would be in poor taste. But you know, I'm just pissed because I've never been there. I've never made it. I lived in Seattle for 5 years, but never made it to Hawaii. I almost made the final jump, but I haven't made it.
You're not put Arizona T in here.
No. Steve says if I can get sales up to about 300,000 a week, he'll send me to Hawaii.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. We'll see what happens. All right.
Look,
so
if you just wait patiently, Hawaii will come to you.
All right. Johnny Omaha asked this question right when we went on to do that giveaways, and I saw you do that, Johnny. So I'm going to ask. Johnny says, after the giveaway, he says, backpacks. If I have a player starting and I want to give them one of the class backpacks, how does that affect their starting goal? So, in the Adventures backpack, there is a separate list in there for each one of them for starting gold. It's according. Now I see what you're asking now, Johnny. So it's all again CNC. Do it your way. The way I do it in my games is, and this is not rules as written. This is just what Chuck does. I allow them to roll their starting gold, which they keep. They get the backpack that they pick, or I give them like for their class out of the Adventures backpack for free. The gold is used to buy armor and weapons because they're going to need it. But that's what I do if I take it. It's really up to you how you want to do it.
I'm a little harder. If you're starting gold, you can't afford the backpack. You can't get it. you gotta scrape together whatever you can.
Steve's actually benevolent like that, whereas I am already planning death from the very beginning.
The reality is, after you go on your first adventure, money is basically no longer.
Yeah.
No. Jeremy, you are 100% wrong if you're in Davis's world, because you can go on 700 adventures in Davis's world, and if you've got seven,
I'm talking about
after that, you're lucky.
I'm talking about in a generally constructed game.
Davis is. We were so happy to get like 3 silver pieces.
Chris, I'm just mean.
No, I'll take
he likes
money
to paint
away.
as being
I'll
a mean CK, but I'm not. I am very.
And Mac was
giving.
just glad he still had his short sword he started with because he couldn't afford a new one.
I'll rob characters all the time.
Jeremy's right for all the games not run by Davis.
There you go.
What's up there? Hashtag elderly I'm the bean. Yes, we're up late. We were waiting on you.
Old people are up late.
And actually, if you're running the game as written and using the treasure tables as described, yes, you are going to be loaded.
Yeah, you're gonna be loaded up.
Adventure.
It's loaded up. He doesn't give shit away in his games, but his adventures, it's fucking on, baby. Bring your bag with you. Everybody's got +1, but I know why he does it. We've had that discussion before. He builds in the extras right up front on the weapons and stuff. assuming the CK is not going to give all that shit away. And
No, he
should.
doesn't sarcastically.
They should
Ray,
not do it.
Davis is a hard DM. There's no doubt about it. But it's I will tell you right now, still the favorite games I've ever played under Davis because they're ridiculously hard, which makes them ridiculously fun. And if you can actually make it through, which Mac did, I did not. I did not 1, 2, 3 times.
He's got many times to Davis at the table.
Okay, Davis is last game. But yeah, it is a different.
So I had something back here I wanted to repeat. I wanted to real comment real quick, Jeremy. A couple of them commented. Well, this is from Prairie Dog 101. He said, my grandmother back in the early 80s brought me back things from that gift shop about Pearl Harbor that taught me about Pearl Harbor. So maybe it does do some good.
Oh, I'm not denigrating.
Oh, no, it's too late.
It struck me as odd. It struck me as odd.
Now, Ray Tales actually went there and spent a lot of money with his ex-wife, and then they got divorced. He said, go at your own risk. And then,
oh, there you go.
I understand. I've been there. Well, not to Hawaii, but the other part several times. But anyway,
we had $169,000.
Holy shit! We hit. I didn't know we hit it. Awesome. 169,000. That's amazing.
47 minutes to go.
Alien Gear asks in CNC, can you take a short rest? Hold on a minute. A short rest and get all your hit points back. So rules is written. Again, the beauty of this game is it's a canvas for you to paint your game on in your table. Okay, rules is written. You get back 1 hit point for a long rest. There are no short rests. 1 hit point. But that's rules is written.
And it's not a long rest.
It's
designed, it's a rest.
It's just a rest is all it is. You can call it long. I call it long out of habit, being for those years that I left CNC and ran some 5E and came back. I've gotten in the habit of saying that. But
it's like an 8-hour rest.
For
the benefit of
6 to 8.
For the benefit of Davis and Steven, in 5th edition, they divide rests into 2 types: short, which is 1 hour, long, which is 8 hours.
Right.
Short, you can get roll your hit die to determine how many hit points you get back. Long rest, you get all your spent hit dice back. Yeah. You can potentially heal all injuries in a 1 hour.
Yeah, in CNC, you heal 1 hit point over 24 hours of rest.
Now, again, at my table, I found a happy medium for that because that's rough, right? It is rough, especially if you run games like I do. I'm kind of like Davis. I can run some hard games. So what I do is I have them roll their character's class hit die. So if it's a D4 for a wizard, they roll a D4. They add their level to it and their con. That averages out to about 25% at 10th level. That's not a bad bump.
Yeah. Almost anything that you do won't break the game.
It won't break it.
Now, if they're regaining all their hit points after every day,
well, that's a bit crazy.
You're probably gonna have to throw some serious shit at them.
I mean, technically,
any kind of pressure.
And you don't even, in CNC, we have creatures that do level drain. That's an old AD&D thing. So think about that. The old D&D thing. You can have levels drained, and the only way to get those back is through typically some sort of spell or going to the temple, right? I think in 5e, the only thing you lose is a little bit of strength points, and then when you go to sleep at night, you get all of it back.
You lose what?
Some strength points.
I've never understood
just temporary
rest for like a day and get all your hit points back. I understand the mechanics.
Well, it's a heroic thing. It allows your characters to always be heroes. You know what I mean? You're never the dog.
It's purely so that for people who like to fight, they can fight without it being seriously penalized for it.
Right.
Okay, but this is how I structurally how I look at it, and maybe this is a time thing. Is that that's easy to solve. You just rest for 7 days.
Right.
So the reason that's a problem is because the types of games that people are running now are tight narrative stories where there's like a very specific, we have to get here and do this and this, and there's usually a time constraint behind it.
Oh, okay.
And they don't want to rest for 7 days because that breaks the simulation of what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. Okay.
The Omega Gambit says 5e is how I killed Tiamat with a sharpshooter crossbow expert.
Heroic, man. Heroic. Oh, and also, Sparky, if you remember playing in my game, I also have the comforts as well. I'm just more benevolent than you. So, benevolent. All right, I'm a giving.
Of course, I'm right, Ray Tales. I know I'm right.
Oh Lord! Don't
keep saying that. That makes me feel good.
All right. Ken Robinson said it's harder to narrate a week of rest than to hand wave some serious damage to the body. I will narrate now. I don't do as much as I used to, but back in the 80s and 90s and into the aughts when I was running the big game that led into Codex of Air, when someone went negative or they had to rest for 7, 10, or whatever days, we played every day. There was wandering monsters on, unless they were in a tavern, safe behind walls. If they were out in the wilderness or in a dungeon, We played every day. It was brutal.
That's awesome. I miss those days terribly, to be honest.
Yeah, we did. I remember, and you'd get pissed because I would come in and say 2 days later, you're like, no, I don't sit around for 2 days.
Oh my god! So I play my first time playing Dungeons and Dragons with rules. I played with a guy who was a real stickler for encumbrance, which is fine, and random encounters. He would roll for 4 random encounters a day, and frequently he would roll all 4 of them. So it would take us 2 weeks of real time to progress a single day of the game.
Oh,
And it took us like 2
That's tough.
years to go on a 2-week voyage. Like it was hell. Because every session we just spent 3 hours and 45 minutes of the 4-hour session fighting stuff.
Yeah, that's too much.
You guys are cracking me up. Chat's on fire tonight. I swear. Awesome.
That's a lot of wandering monsters. I mean,
Yeah, we would joke about it. We would make fun of him all the time because we're like, oh, this is the most war-torn, monster-infested land in all the country.
So, I got a question from West Wing Games. Question: is there a Kickstarter level with just print copies of the 3 core books, no PDFs? I don't.
No,
think
there's
so.
not. The way to do that, you can certainly do that. Go in and pledge at the $25 level, and then when you go to your add-ons, add on the CKG and the M&T, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, we have, because you can do that $25 deal, get your player's handbook and then add them on. The reason why we did that actually is because it's just a lot easier. I'll be honest with you. When you got 1,300 backers, sorting through PDFs and non-PDFs is really, you'd be surprised how hard it is. It gets really muckety muck. So the easier we can make these Kickstarters with stuff like that, the better it is. So that's why we typically try to have most PDFs and most tiers if we can, just as it's not something we have to, it'll slow down the process is what I'm trying to say, right? But anyway, it's neither here nor there.
And because we want to force PDFs onto you.
No.
That's a joke.
I know. Anyway, all right, let's talk about some art. So let's show off some of this monster art, shall we? Get it up here.
Oh yeah,
Do you just have old stuff? Do you want new stuff?
I sent him the Black Dragon.
I forgot
So
about the Black
send him one of those beetles, Jeremy. Some of those beetles are badass.
Okay,
They
I'll
are.
send him some
He's
beetles.
not wrong.
Have you seen them, Davis? They're very cool.
They're very cool.
Oh, you were laughing at something else. All right. There you go, Gambit. The S series in hardback.
So what's this thing on? What's this on the screen here, Jeremy? Tell them about that one real quick while you're looking that up.
That is a necro serpent. It is
I don't think I've got.
It looks like it's undead, but it's actually a construct which is created by wizards to guard their lairs and other places that they need protecting.
Right.
They move completely silently, and their gaze is hypnotic.
There you go. The gaze is hypnotic. That's pretty awesome. I'm gonna throw up another one here real quick while I get this dragon in. Okay. So let's talk about this fellow. All right here.
Oh,
I can't see it.
he's
Oh,
covered
there
up. So that is the Eye Stalker. That is. I just finished the write-up for that actually the other day. They are a race of hyper intelligent ancient beings who use psychic powers to do all. They're extremely powerfully psychically endowed, and many millions of years ago they had bodies, but because they only use their psychic powers to move around and levitate and things, their bodies atrophied and shrunk up into their head, and their head got larger and larger and larger until it's just the head with the withered limbs underneath. They live deep underground, and you bet your ass those eyeballs shoot lasers.
That is the big hair beholder. Who said it? The Gambit said that.
Stephen, I've never heard of a beholder.
But what is that? What is a beholder? It's a great name. You got to give it to Gary and crew. That's a great name.
Oh yeah, they had some fantastic naming going on. That was really no lie about that at all. All right, next up is
I like that.
the dragon turtle. Right? Isn't that what that's called?
Yeah, it's a dragon turtle.
I think we got to keep that name right.
I mean, neither one of those words are very original. So,
Well, fair.
dragon turtles come from Chinese mythology. So,
Oh, do they really? Interesting.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Not-
I get it.
Okay. I'm sending you pictures of beetles. Dragon turtles are very old. They're basically dragons, but in turtle form. very old, they're very greedy, they're very prideful, and they often take over a stretch of ocean and do not let ships pass through without paying them for safe passage. And if a ship doesn't, they'll either just crush the ship or shoot out boiling steam onto the deck and melt everyone's flesh from their bones.
There you go. What's this next one here, Jeremy?
Hold on,
I'll get these other pictures down.
Weeds here. That is a deep one. Though that is a race of partially insane creatures that live both underwater and deep underground. They worship gods from their own imagination and are heavily inspired by the deep ones from H.P. Lovecraft. They often make contact with the surface world, sending envoys to humans who make promises of like power, sorcerer's power, and might and enlightenment in exchange for offerings of people and food. And so they send off people to go live with the deep ones, and then they send back hybrid monsters who are part deep one, part human, and eventually kind of, as they grow, become full deep ones and abandon their city and return to the sea.
Man, he's just a damn book on legs. Holy shit. Anyway, pretty awesome.
He's
man.
been working on a monster book for like 60 days.
We need to have him just get on a stream and do nothing but talk about the monsters for like hours. It was cool.
I sent you the Beatles.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them in here in just a minute. So next thing up is, well, I can give you some time. Let's talk about this fella for just a second. Who's this? Who's that
See
right
it,
there?
Heather.
Who is that fella right there? That's the one that Heather wants to fight this Saturday.
Thank you, 1995. Very much appreciated.
Heather wants to fight
That is a mind ravager.
Mind Ravager. That is amazing.
They, like a lot of these monsters, dwell deep underground. They form into cabals of like 2 to 4 members of their species, and they're constantly plotting different ways to acquire more power or to bring more people under their control. Inevitably, they betray each other. Like every single time when they get together, they wind up betraying each other. So they never really accomplish a whole lot. They are prolific slavers and keep humans and other races as cattle. They eat their hearts, they eat their livers, but most importantly, they eat their brains. When they eat their brains, they acquire not only all of the memories and experiences of that person, but absorb their psyche into their brain-like head. And so the person who gets eaten spends eternity partially aware of their own existence inside the mind of the mind ravager. And they have tons of magic powers.
That is insane. Good God.
So if they were to eat like a 20th level wizard, they would become 20th level wizards?
That's to your CK's discretion.
Really? That's kind of cool.
It's not mechanically baked in there, but it's kind of hinted at.
Commenting for other people. I wouldn't bring that in my game at all.
You wouldn't?
Oh, I was being sarcastic as shit.
Oh, okay.
We'll watch. You're going to find out Saturday.
You're mighty welcome, weigh in.
And they're extremely, extremely cowardly. So if you ever get them in a fight where they don't feel they have total control over the situation, they will just run away. They will abandon their friends. They will abandon their allies. They will abandon their treasure. They will abandon everything because all that matters to them is themselves.
Sparky, it's back over 169. Everybody's making their last minute, adjustments to their pledges.
Yeah, that's pretty normal. All right.
We've gone over 169 about 4 times now and dropped back down while we've been doing
okay. People are figuring out what they want to do.
Yep,
yeah, for sure. All right. Somebody asked about this. I knew it was in here, so we're going to show it off. Okay, Jeremy.
That is the Displacer Cat. I fought like hell for Phase Tiger, but it didn't pass the sniff test.
No, it sucked. But anyway.
I mean, it's been a while since I wrote about them.
Thank you, sir. Very much appreciated.
Oh, yeah, awesome.
They're creatures that exist kind of on the border between different planes of reality. They're sort of ethereal, and they hunt in packs and use their ability to phase and warp their positioning to fool people while stalking their prey. It's pretty basic. I mean, it's not as deep as some of the other ones.
Right.
You know what this is.
Well, at the end of the day, it's just a cat.
It's just a cat.
I disagree. They're special. What about this guy? What's he doing here? What's he up to?
That is the Sioux monster. That is a psychically endowed race of primates that
Sparky, I'll get right on that.
I think they eat people's brains. I don't quite remember. But what they do...
Well, he's eating one in that picture.
He's eating a brain. They're about man-sized. They're very, very strong. And the thing that's really scary about them is that they have the ability to cast haste on themselves. Instead of doing 4 claw attacks per round, it's more like 16.
I'm not laughing at me and Steve are laughing at chat. That just chat's on fire.
Yeah.
You're on fire.
2 weeks, Sparky. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Hey, I got all your emails, Sparky, and we will get you that box. It's all in the works. But
2 weeks. Something works.
2 weeks.
The other thing about the Sioux monsters, when the females are harmed, the males enter a state of rage, and when the children are harmed, the females enter a state of rage. And in that rage, you are in for a world of hurt because suddenly they're attacking 16 times per round.
Right.
It's really, really bad. And I think they have some other latent psychic abilities. I forget what they are.
Really?
Heather says she needs desert monsters.
Stephen cut them all.
Yeah. We do need some desert and sea monsters.
Is there no?
We have a ton of sea monsters now.
Good.
But we don't have any desert monsters.
There's a few.
We have like 4.
Yeah.
Well, there's not a lot of stuff that lives in the desert.
Not much can live in the desert.
Well, we did add giant scorpions. So giant scorpions live in the desert.
Right.
The ant lion is a creature that lives in sand, that lives in the desert. There's the dune wraith that lives in the desert. There is the mummy, which really you could put anywhere, but I mean, most of the time you're probably going to put it in the desert. There are some
beetles, like Willie says. The beetles are in the
lots
desert.
of beetles will appear in the desert. There are the insecti, which are a race of mantis men. They live in the desert. The giant lizard probably lives in the desert. The dinosaurs would certainly, some of them live in the deserts.
It's hanging
There's
on
another
the
one.
wall.
There's another one.
The white. What did I do with that thing?
I don't
So
know.
Heather's doing an Egypt desert areas AA thing. So
Right.
like if you look
Hold
at
on. I can actually do a search for this. I can search for desert.
the
Shit, I already
mythology
know what I did with it.
of what
My white Dr. Pepper shirt.
the mythology. If you look at the mythologies of the area, like
Oh God.
what I
Having the
can't
best
remember.
time.
Oh, sphinxes, shadoos, manticores, jackals, jackalwares.
Yes,
gonna
they
find all those in
are
the desert.
They're all desert. And if you look at like some of the original, like way they're presented in the desert or wandering in the desert or near the desert or something like that.
Oh, basilisks are desert creatures. The Aurum beast, which is a gold-eating monster, lives in the desert.
Wow, there's a lot of monsters there, Heather.
There you go. My blood type is Dr. Pepper. That was it.
Blue dragons, brass dragons, the Dragonae, dune wraiths, which I mentioned.
It did. I don't wear many t-shirts, so you don't see me in them very often. But yes, it absolutely fit.
That's
And then
awesome.
Davis got me that one on the wall over there.
Yeah.
Fire drakes found in deserts.
Thank you for that.
Lamias, Lamassu, pyre newts are found in the desert.
All right.
Holy
this
shit.
desert
Yeah, a lot of desert for you.
This is exhausting.
So
Move on.
anyway, yeah, we're gonna
Let's
move on.
Let's desert the desert conversation and move on to.
Amen.
Yeah, we got 30 minutes left in this Kickstarter, and it is at 169.
Ghouls. Yes, ghouls. Yes.
It is
All right,
it is
Jeremy.
doing fantastic. We might make it to 170 in the next 29 minutes. Who knows?
Mine.
So this is a deep. That's a deep eye stalker. It is an aquatic version of the eye stalker, or aquatic relative of the eye stalker. Lives in deep, deep, dark oceans, and uses its. It can project illusions, and it can also, like a high beam, flash a blindingly bright light. So what it does is it glides around in the darkness of the ocean, waiting to detect something with its sensitive feelers, like movement, and then it'll position itself just perfectly, and then like a flash on a camera, blind whatever's there, and then eat it.
All right.
But
so-
Back to deserts.
Okay.
What?
I hear that word one more time.
Oh, hold on a minute.
No.
Hold on a minute.
Wait. One question though. Isn't the word ghoul?
It's an Arabic word.
It's an Arabic word, and they're desert dwelling creatures, as are jinn.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, there's a lot. I think though they've been taken out of their desert, like
But
where they
like
started, and moved
Castles
in.
and Crusades ghouls are not Arabic ghouls. They're completely different things.
All right. So Steve wanted to show off. Yeah, laugh. All right. So we're gonna, let's show off this one right here, and then after that, we're going to introduce Jeremy's 4 new beetles to the book. All right.
There's
But
6
he
beetles, but only 4 of them.
But he has to talk about it in Ringo's voice the whole time. That's all I'm saying. If he does that, we'll do a special giveaway. All right. So here we go. Look at this black dragon. Look at that shit. Feast your eyes upon it.
Whoa.
Oh, is this the dragon?
Yeah. Look at that bad boy.
Yes, you'll find this in the monster manual. It's a dragon, and it will eat your characters.
The monsters and treasure. That's right.
Jason Walton did that. He has outdone himself on these dragons. He's doing a brass dragon right now.
I'm doing a shortened version of Jeremy's monster description. It's a monster that will kill you. That's really,
I'm telling you, the artwork we got coming in is amazing. I'm so
that's
thrilled.
really good. That should be on the cover of a book. Oh no!
No, Johnny Omaha.
We take the dragons. We take the dragons. I always wanted to do a Dungeon of Dragons.
You have always wanted to do a Dungeon of Dragons.
Davis, this will probably wind up being a cover for the Crusader.
Well, more than likely, Davis, we've got enough dragons now between all the books. You could do your dungeon easy.
Yeah, we will have 20 dragons, I believe, when we're done.
I can do a dungeon full of dragons. All the dragons represented. A Dungeon of Dragons. Adventurers beware. There will be a sign on the door. Beware.
I absolutely love this picture because there's dead characters in the water and the creek and on the bank there.
I know. If you start, the more you start picking it apart, it's just insane. All the little detail.
Yeah, more and more stuff in it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Which
Andrew
which art's going on the T-shirt? Yeah, really. I'd love. We need.
I don't know how well that would print. I'd be curious to see.
We need to put a set of art on T-shirts.
Dude, we could do some old school, like the T-shirts we grew up wearing, just a big square with the picture on it. It'd be badass.
Has anyone here purchased T-shirts from Redbubble?
Yeah, they're just the standard.
No, I
100%
value my
cotton
money
crap.
too much.
All right, guys.
What?
I want to introduce you to Ringo as he talks about his Beatles, and watch Jeremy just have a fun time.
You have to
talking
use
about
your
it.
accent.
He's so excited about this. That's right, accent.
Jeremy
man.
accent. Jeremy accent.
Here we go. First up, because I don't know the name of these. He just gave me the file. The file names didn't have a name, so I'm going with Beetle 1. Go.
Okay, so right here we have, as you can see, a fire beetle. Okay, now the fire beetle, it's a terrific beetle. It lives in caves. It glows. It's got bioluminescent organs. You don't know. People
David
ask me, they don't
Attenborough
know what
on here.
that means. I tell them, okay, it glows, right? That's all you need to know. It's a glowing beetle. All right, it's pretty good. Yes, me.
Are you doing Trump? Is that?
It sounds like either Trump or Attenborough. I'm not sure. It's like a documentary, sort of, but
I was slipping in and out of the voice, but now I think I've got it.
well, where's the Ringo voice you had earlier?
This beetle is huge. It's the largest beetle you've ever seen. It's perhaps
It's
3
the
feet long. It's a really big,
Is it huge?
huge
Is it huge?
beetle.
It's huge.
It's huge.
How big is the beetle?
It's a little bit.
Wait,
it's
can a
big, all right?
goblin ride
We
it?
like that, right? It's big. Go ahead.
Can a goblin ride it?
Yeah, can a
No.
goblin ride it? You can
Maybe
talk-
I don't know. It's small sized.
I can't force him to do any kind of more accents. Poor boy, he's dying anyway as it is.
Do it in Bernie Sanders. That would be fun.
The only
All
thing
right.
I can do in a Bernie Sanders voice is
Here, I'll
Rowling
call
Mississippi
Tyler
State.
and put him on the mic, and we'll just listen to.
The
There
top
you go.
1% of all the beetles are getting 90% of all the seeds, and I don't think that's right.
All right, so who's this one here? What is that one?
That's a rhinoceros beetle.
Okay. Wow, fully detailed the other monsters. He doesn't know shit about his own beetles. That's fantastic.
I don't fucking remember. It's a
I don't
rhinoceros
remember.
beetle. It's
You
big.
remembered all that up
Today.
Oh my god! All right, what's the next
The
one?
rhinoceros beetle is big, it attacks, and it's
Okay, you want me to here?
Hey,
Fine.
too
hold
late.
on.
I've moved on to the brown thing. Go ahead.
Ooh, that's a cool.
The
beetle.
giant rhinoceros beetles are easily identified by their enormous 6-foot horns sprouting from their unusually huge heads. Their heads are crowned with a downward curling crest that makes for a secondary horn. These creatures are incurious brutes, only interested in finding vast qualities of fruit to satisfy their continuous hunger. Whether they go in their jungle homes, they leave the way.
I'm not sure if you're describing a beetle or a congressman.
Yes.
Y'all got me crying over here. Oh my god.
So that's a water beetle. They live under or in the water. They're extremely aggressive and extremely stupid. It's another aquatic monster, you know.
Well, there you go. Last one. Then we got to get on to something else. I got something special.
Wait.
Too late.
Does the beetle live underwater or does it surface?
Both.
Okay. I didn't know there was a beetle that lived underwater.
Yeah, water beetles.
Yeah, water
Giant
beetles.
water beetles. So that is a very gruesome looking stag beetle. Instead of the rhinoceros beetle who clamps like this, it clamps side to side in a
That's
cycling
right.
motion.
Ray Tell said, he says, GD, I created all the beetles in the CNC from the original Monster Manual. Well, now you've got new art for them. Hey!
Yeah, there you
There we
go.
go. All right, so that's some of the new art we've got coming out. Real excited about all of it. It's pretty awesome. Pretty damn amazing. Especially piece right here.
You put
Look at that.
Put
Just
the
look how beautiful that is right there.
the barbarian up.
I don't have it. Can't wait. I cannot wait to get this in my hands right here. I cannot wait.
What's funny is I crapped that out in an afternoon thinking that no one would ever see it. And now it's on the Kickstarter page
Yeah, we've put it
as
everywhere.
like the official cover.
Well, at the bottom of the Kickstarter, it does say a nice disclaimer of conceptual art.
Does it? I hope so.
Oh yeah, I make sure we cover our bases on that stuff. In case somebody's got that might belong to somebody. One of those things in that picture there. Oh wait, Jason drew that. So no. Are there any trolls doing a panel at Virtual Greyhawk Con? That is, I'm going to be running a couple games there. I don't know if we'll be doing any panels or not. We try to do a panel. We might do a panel with Jay and Altamira. I don't know yet, but it is on the docket to be talked about when I get a meeting with the Troll Lord. Sure.
The Troll Lord.
Yes, we
We have a lot
upgraded.
of meetings.
We upgraded.
We have a lot of meetings.
Do what now? What did you say?
There's a lot of meetings
A
tomorrow.
lot of meetings. They used to joke about it back in the day when I first started working here, but now there's a lot of people. Now there are a lot of meetings.
I think mostly all I do all day is have meetings with people.
We should have a meeting day. That should be it. That's the day. You want to talk to my ass this week? This is the day. Right? Yeah. Oh, Chris. Yeah, I'll be at Gamehole. Alex was in here earlier. I'm running a 12-person game that Saturday, and I think on Friday. So I think he's bringing a bunch of people. So yeah, you should come get. Well, you're in his group. I'd like to repeat what was last year. That was a lot of fun. So,
Yes, man.
yeah, you should, Lando. That'll be good. We're going to be advertising, talking about that coming up after I get through this last push for Gamehole Cons. I've still got Virtual Greyhawk Con to worry about. Gen Con's here, and then we've got Page in January. God, there's so many cons. It's unbelievable.
Chuck, when is the I know you've told me this before, but what is
Yes, Heather.
there's another
really.
tournament there's another tournament I'm supposed to be preparing.
That's for Page. Yes,
Page.
January.
Okay, how long is that? Is it December?
it's going to be
January.
in January. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's a meeting for you coming up next week about that. Me and George met today.
Oh.
Me and George met today, so yeah. So, but anyway. All right, let me get this back where you guys are sized up right. Anyways, I am with them again this year. Good. It'll be a great time, dude. We'll have some glorious death. It'll be fun. Fantastic.
We don't know yet, Sparky. We'll know in the next day or so.
And I am tired.
So we've got 19 minutes left on this Kickstarter. She slipped back below 169 by $1. Was that you, Tyler? Tyler, did you cause
Yeah,
that
Tyler.
to happen?
What's your problem? He got mad because I didn't call him on the phone and have him sing to us over the phone.
So Lion Dove says, do meetings start with initiative? That's a great idea. We'll have a meeting tomorrow and everyone's going to roll
Beetle
initiative. Whoever wins gets to start talking.
Dude, you should make us roll in it. That's actually brilliant. Think about that. You should do
This is
that
a
for
perfect illustration.
all the company
This is a-
meetings. You should do that.
This is a perfect illustration. This would be a perfect illustration of why I think initiative is just something that we don't need anymore because it's a giant waste of time. And if we started rolling initiative at the start of the meeting to determine who goes first, instead of just going, that would also be a giant waste of time. It's like a perfect encapsulation of why I think initiative
I
doesn't.
think that you and Davis should sit down and design a siege engine adjacent game, and you guys could do away with everything that you hate in RPGs.
I don't hate it, but it's like this ritual that like formalizes. We are no longer in the role playing phase. We are now in the fighting phase. It's a silly thing that we're spending 30 seconds deciding what order we go in. You really need that? Probably.
See, I see it as a way as engaging the player immediately and getting them to do something physical, rolling dice at the table. I think initiative is. That's why you roll it each round for me.
And
do the
and Jeremy, you make them role play what they're going to do.
You can make them role play what they're going to do without having them roll a die.
Yeah, but the die is part of the interaction part of it, like Steve's talking about. That's a part of it. If you want to, we'll just go do play by mail if you want. That'd be better for you. I don't know.
Write an RPG that's about running a business.
It would be very
it's
boring.
A whole lot of tact forms.
It's gonna be called Hell. That's what it's gonna be called. Yeah. So.
The character sheet is just 1099s.
Yeah.
Oh my
use
God.
initiative?
Do what, Davis?
Jeremy, do you use initiative?
I do, but I sometimes wish that I didn't.
Okay. So just try this method. Don't use initiative because whatever. Just erase it, and have everyone roll at the same time to hit or take their action or attribute check, whatever it might be happen, and then just narrate through that.
Yeah, I've heard of that as an approach.
Okay, that's one way to do it, and it instantly in that case it instantly engages. However, it does put a lot more work onto the CK.
It does, and I have players who would throw a fucking fit if they felt that I put them at the end for some spiteful reason or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
You also get into people who don't want to role play through their combat; they just want to roll dice.
Right.
Yes.
So when you force them to role play the combat, they're not gonna do it. And
Well, I think the thing, if you're going to go the initiative lesson without initiative, you just take it away from the game, and like you have like 4 characters and 4 orcs, and they're going to fight, and they just come together. Everyone just rolls to hit.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing I thought.
Listen. The way to actually do it.
Approach it.
No, the best way to do it is everyone's got a can of soda in front of them, and when you say the round begins, everyone throws their can of soda at the CK. If they hit them before the CK can throw his can of soda, that's where it goes.
I feel like this might be a reference
That's
to
good.
something. I don't know.
I like that.
I mean, because like really, what you could do is
Initiative
like
roll instantly sparks the table. Johnny Omaha is not wrong.
No, this is where Kent's right. Players, I'm not saying every player, but as a general rule, players like to engage at the table.
But couldn't there be a more meaningful die roll that we call for?
Like attack, maybe?
Yeah, like an attack roll. Yeah.
So you're saying use the attack roll for initiative.
Because all initiative is doing is deciding what order we go in.
Right. All I'm saying, when I say like you do away with the initiative, everyone just makes their roll to hit. Right? Everyone, let's just say you have 4 characters attacking 4 orcs. They hit together.
Well, I think they'd probably be energized by the fact that like a goblin leapt out of the dark and stabbed you. You don't have to say roll for initiative. It's just what do you do,
Yeah. No, and
I don't know. We only have 15 minutes left on this stream. Let's not bog it down.
No, we're going to plan one for next week or the
crafting.
week after. It'll be basically a discussion about this and Bone Tomahawk, and we're going to get into that.
Initiative in Bone Tomahawk.
They lost initiative quite a few times in Bone Tomahawk.
I would ask Kent to try it for one round when he's running his game on the weekend, just to see how you react.
I'll give it a shot. I have always found as a CK, GM, whatever, is that players like to roll dice.
I agree.
When you take dice, take all the other stuff away. When you take dice away from players, it makes them less happy because they like to roll dice. It's like gambling. It's like going to the casino.
He's not wrong. I've got thousands to prove that foolishness.
It's if you took all dice rolling away from a game, you end up with just narrative games, and they're not nearly as popular, and they wouldn't be.
The other thing that I could see being an okay substitution is You have everybody declare their intent for the round, and you resolve it based on the type of action that they're doing. Ranged attacks go off first, melee attacks follow after.
That sounds very familiar, Jeremy. Where did you see that at before?
So the other thing
I've
that
seen it before you. Yes, you do.
The other thing that initiative does
Steve.
is it creates a sense of urgency at the table. If you see people losing or winning initiative, it creates a sense of urgency amongst the players that they got to act or do something. And that's really when you're running a combat. When I'm running a combat, I don't want to stop and have a conversation with anybody. I want to say, Davis, roll. And Davis is going to roll. And then Davis lost initiative. Then Chuck's thinking, well, Davis lost initiative. I got to do this. I just want that sense of urgency. So the more pressure you can put on players, that's not them trying to kind of, through some literature describe what they're doing is good for me.
How many seconds?
Hold on, we got a raid. We got a raid from Charm Fantasy. This will say, "Come on in, guys. We're just celebrating the end of our Kickstarter. We do have a giveaway going on. If you're interested, just give us a follow. Exit Support Raffle. We're
That's
counting
how I do
down.
it, right?
We've got about 15 more links left, and we're going to do the giveaways. So welcome. Come on in. Good to see you, Charmed. I'm going to give Charm a shout out. You guys go check him out. He does some really good role play over there. He's a good dungeon master. He really is.
Thank you for the raid.
So let me ask you this: how many seconds per year do you think you spend determining initiative, or just the general order of how things are going to play out at the table?
I would say
wager probably more than
30
20
to 40 seconds a game, so 2 minutes a week.
This is why I do group initiative. Don't mind me.
Maybe a minute in a game. Maybe
a minute a game. How many games do you run a year?
2 games a week, so
100.
how many weeks?
That's over an hour. That's over an hour.
Over an hour. I can spend with initiative, but
Out of 600 hours of gaming.
yeah, it's not too bad.
That's time well spent, Manfred.
How many times
It's
seconds?
the first
per
time I
year-
brought this up.
How many seconds per year does Jeremy complain about the initiative on Twitch streams?
This is the first time I brought it up, to my knowledge.
You've now spent more time complaining about it than Ken has actually done in 6 months of using it.
That is definitely not true.
There's a link to our Kickstarter. If anybody hasn't seen it yet, you can go over and give it a check if you will. It's done quite
Yes,
well.
let's knock this guy over 170. It's at 169, 599 at the moment. We are right on the cusp with 11 minutes to go. And I have to say, we really didn't know how this Kickstarter was going to play out. This is the 10th printing of the Player's Handbook. The changes are really, I just answered someone's comments on the page, are kind of cosmetic and superficial. So we really didn't know how well this would do. This is the best CNC Kickstarter campaign we've ever done. The number of backers is just double easily what other campaigns have done. So it's really nice to see the community growing, everybody hopping on board. It's just, it's very, very appreciated from us. And it's wild to watch it grow like this.
Absolutely.
Okay, now Lion Dove GM makes a really good point. Run a table of 12 without initiative. The more you get, the more cumbersome it gets not to have people acting in some kind of order.
But listen, they killed the guy who suggested that 0 should be a number. So I'm fine being challenged in my time. 20 years from now, we'll see who was right.
I've got 17 minutes. What is my $2? I want my $2. I am so glad I stumbled on this. We'll upgrade my pledge after payday hits. Thank you, Anchor. Very, very much appreciated. And glad you're joining us over at Castle States. And for all of you guys who are new here, we run a bunch of Twitch channels, so please join us for these shows. But we're also on Twitter. Davis posts on Twitter all day, and his posts range from the game-oriented, the absolutely. I love your fence post, Davis. I think that's one of the funniest posts I've ever seen. It's just a whole post about fences, which is really cool. So, all kinds of stuff. We're on Facebook, I don't know, Instagram, TikTok. I'm sure I'm missing something, but we're all over the place. I'm slowly trying to resurrect the blog. I blog about 2 times a week. Put some stuff up over there. So we're all over the place. So join the community and let us know what you think.
Give me just a second here. I'm working on something. So continue. I can't see the chat right now, so watch for questions. I'm setting something up here.
Gotcha. Well, I'm going to have to jump in here in just a minute and do because I can't update this Kickstarter. I got to do it right now, actually. So Jeremy and Davis, continue your initiative discussion about the.
I've said my piece.
Jeremy has said his piece.
They're all just freaking out, stabbing each other with knives now.
I can't edit the. Yeah, I got to do more of those, Heather. We'll get back on those tomorrow because I got tons of funny stories. A lot of them are about Davis, but
Oh, I'd
See you,
love
Bob.
to have a memory book. That would be-
I got to update the Kickstarter because once it closes, we can't change anything, which is always frustrating.
What's called Canada?
Yeah, we can't. There's a lot we can't do, unfortunately. Like I asked me today, I was telling Steve, they wanted me to go in and look and see what they had backed. I can't even look at anyone's information or what they've backed or pledged. No control over it whatsoever. None whatsoever.
Hey, bring up another hot topic or a hot button topic for Jeremy. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Jeremy's thinking of about 3 right now.
I'm trying to think of one. I got into an argument earlier today about gnomes.
What? Really?
Yeah, I said that they are probably not the best use of space for an additional race in your tabletop role playing game because they just kind of are a blend of elf, dwarf, and halfling, and that space would be much better suited to something totally different, like a lizard man. It's like, oh, this is completely conceptually different, and we're not treading the ground that's already been laid by other races.
Yeah.
And he was like, you can't have a role playing game without gnomes. Okay.
Gnome's not allowed in my world, so.
But he didn't put it that way. If he's watching, in fairness, he just was defending the concept of them.
No, well, gnomes are really, and this has sort of been surprising to me over the years, is how popular gnomes are.
They're really popular with people who think they're really funny.
Yeah, and well, I mean, I actually enjoyed playing a gnome in World of Warcraft too. But gnomes are really, really popular, and I can never key in on why they're popular. I understand the elf, and I understand the dwarf.
I think it's just they're a license to be silly at the table. I think that's all it is.
I guess I don't know. Does everyone play their gnome sort of silly? I mean,
Has anyone ever played a grizzled, serious, badass gnome? I would wager no.
Kent.
Yeah.
Kent has.
What's that?
Your murder hobo gnome.
William Crowbill.
Yeah, William Crowbill, the murder hobo gnome. Yeah, no, he played a badass gnome.
He was badass. He had a tobacco problem. He spit all the time, and he used a crowbill to kill people.
It's really well described too, because he chewed and he spit, and if you have a beard, the spittle runs down the beard and it'll stain your beard after a while. So
Yeah, the beard was partially stained yellow.
My favorite part of any time I make a controversial statement is there's a bunch of people that come in to be like, I am an exception to your rule. It's like, of course there are exceptions.
yeah.
I played a badass gnome to 25th level. I killed a god. It's like,
Oh,
Now that said,
William died at 2nd level. He didn't. He got killed at the crossroads.
I'm not talking about you.
Yeah, he didn't make
in
it.
general.
Now that said, I don't think I have run many people playing gnomes. I really, honestly, over the decade, and it's partially because I discourage it, and I honestly don't know what my hang up with gnomes is, and maybe it's the way
David the gnome every time.
I know exactly what it is. It's silly. The way it is portrayed is silly. From the Tinker Gnomes to even in the old AD&D, and everyone knows I'm an old AD&D hound. They were never portrayed.
They had those giant noses and
and the hats and they're cute. And dwarves were not pitched that way. Elves were not pitched that way, but gnomes certainly were. And then the name itself is tied up in what, Celtic mythology, I guess.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I don't know the origin.
It's like an earth elemental is a gnome.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I will say that Alien Gear is onto something. What is it? No, Alien Gar.
Gear.
Yeah, Alien Gear. Did I look like a gnome with a hat? I think maybe the gnome thing is just me self-loathing because I look at.
All right. So,
If I
Guardian had a joke.
pointy hat, there we go. There's a neat yard gnome.
I have not.
I have a feeling that Dardian had a joke that we don't get. I don't particularly like gnomes, but as an engineer, I just have to. So I feel like I'm missing something there.
Something to do with them being inventors. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, because gnomes are known for being artificers in a lot of games, and they make things. They engineer shit, right? They engineer dungeons.
Why? But here's a question: conceptually, why do they live in little holes in the ground and play with animals and love nature, but also build fucking machines?
Yeah, this is just
They're civilized, dude.
It made no sense.
They live in farms.
They're civilized. They're
building tractors out of mud.
They were uplifted. So
I've invented this new form.
We have 3 minutes left on the Kickstarter.
And
so
we have 3 minutes left. So I want to do something. We're getting ready to do our giveaways here in a minute and sign off and all that good shit. But for everybody that's hung out all night long, it's been here all night, I'm going to drop this in chat here. Let me put this in here.
And
you guys, for about 30, 40 more minutes, if you're interested, you can go over here to our store, and for right now, this is free for you guys to go over and grab. It's a free copy of the PDF of one of our fiction collections. This is Waters of Dunhollow 3, The Giant's Board, and Other Tales. It's some fiction that I think this is all by you in it, Steve, this book, right?
Yes.
I think,
yes.
right? So we have fiction novels. A lot of people don't know we have that. We do. So go grab you a free copy. If you want to buy the print or the print PDF, you'll have to pay a price for them. But the PDF
are
is
they
free
novels
right
or short
now.
story collections?
These 3 books are short stories. I'm working on a novel now.
Right. Yeah. So it's your short stories, I should say. Yeah. So
yeah.
I never understood the difference between, I guess, page count. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, in defense, Kent's new write-up of the gnome is a really good write-up. So the way we present gnome in the player's handbook is different.
Did you really, BJ? Someone just bought that 10 minutes ago.
Does that mean we gotta rewrite the
odds of
description
that?
of
That's
gnomes and
crazy,
treasure?
Yes, probably, Jared.
Okay.
I need to look at it. But yeah, Davis, I really wanted to go, you and I talked about it, go a little bit different.
Yeah.
Just try to break that stigma that comes with it. But part of it's the name. It's just the name is going to be.
Yeah, I think a garden gnomes.
Gnomes is born old. They're 2 feet tall. They push furniture around.
Yeah, I mean it's not good.
It's just crazy.
109 seconds left.
And no
Holy
worries.
crap! Ditch this gnome shit. Let's talk about this Kickstarter.
Yeah. Well, thank you, BJ. I hope you enjoy the short stories. The novella should be out this fall.
Yeah, they're great.
We're creeping. We got another pledge.
90 seconds.
Why is it
90
unavailable?
seconds.
It shouldn't be unavailable. I'm just looking at it.
If you're at the Kickstarter now, go to the Kickstarter page and you'll watch when it ends. A whole bunch of little balloons.
A bunch of confetti will come out.
Yeah, confetti. That's what.
Oh yeah, it's up for me. I'm just refreshing. It's working. So maybe it's where everybody's attacking the website. I'm not sure.
Yeah, if you can't get into the web,
But
the website or
it's
the
going to be
Kickstarter
free
page?
for the next 40 minutes or so. So not a big. You don't have to rush.
Oh, you mean the short stories? Yeah.
Yeah, the free PDF. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought you were saying that the Kickstarter page was down.
No.
60 seconds.
60 seconds. This has been a glorious campaign.
It's been amazing.
Yes.
And I want to reiterate that with 1,300 backers and having fought the U, this has shown that Castles and Crusades she's here to stay. So very good.
Oh yeah, 20
Chuck,
years so far. 25 for the company.
Chuck, can you screen share the Kickstarter page so everybody can see what happens?
What happens? What when it goes off?
When it goes off, yeah.
It looks like
People want to be here for this moment.
Okay. 25, 24. It's like a countdown, man. This is like New Year's Eve. Oh
Yeah.
wait,
It
Chuck
is.
said that. Awesome.
Thank you, West Wind Games. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank
10.
you.
Yeah.
9,
Very, very good.
8,
10 days ago.
7, 6,
Only if it went
5,
to 170.
4, 3,
Crazy.
2, 1.
Boom. And
Okay.
the confetti. I thought there were balloons or something. Maybe that's on Apple iPhone. That is very cool. This has been a fantastic, absolutely fantastic
You
game.
get some pretty light confetti actually.
I remember it being more like
There used to be more, but there's nothing now. There was nothing really for me to
It's
scratch.
inflation. It's inflation.
It's
they had to cut back on
inflation.
their confetti budget. Yeah.
right.
God. All right, so with that,
Final
we've
count.
done it. We finished it. What's the final count at? 169.
With 1,373 backers, we have In pledges collected $169,613.
That is absolutely fantastic.
Superb.
That is amazing.
Far greater than we ever
Thank
expected.
you guys for
Yeah.
all your support. We really appreciate it.
No, really, for sure.
Yeah, Chuck, I'm getting a 503 on that link
See,
for
I'm
the
not getting
download.
it. I'm just refreshing. That's just a link to the store.
BJ says, I appreciate how long you guys have been around. Can't say that about every OSR style initiative got into CNC thanks to the Humble Bundle early last year. Very cool. So figured this was a good time to upgrade to physical books. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we love working with Frog God and Bill Webb over there. Because he does he kind of manages our Humble Bundle stuff. We just do it.
It won't let me log in. Oh, the checkout site's 503. That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, 503 means we're overloading the server.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, that's probably so because we've had quite a few people watching this tonight.
Well, we just upgraded all of that.
That's how they get you.
I tell you what, we just did a huge migration.
Listen, you don't want to know the half of it. Earlier, I tried to send out that PDF to that guy, the one for Undying War. Email wouldn't let me do it, which is fine. I typically give a code, but I was in a hurry. So that's supposed to have been fixed, but we have a limit of 50 megabytes.
So. It was supposed to. Yeah. Anyways,
what are you going to do with people?
Don't let this.
I tell you what, guys.
Yes, I'm not. Absolutely not.
I tell you what, guys. I'm going to leave it free all night. So
yeah, just leave it till tomorrow.
I'll cut it off sometime tomorrow around lunch because I want you guys to have your gift for hanging out with us all this time and listen to all this drivel. I didn't get to talk much. I apologize. You had to put up with them, but we'll do that. So we'll just leave it. We'll leave it like that. Because damn the internet. Anyway, yeah.
I just like stirring the pot. That's all
You
it is.
should send, that 40-page preview of the.
No, we shouldn't, Devin. We should not be.
You should send that to all the backers too, just so they can see.
We did. We said
it. You are very tired. I can tell.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've been up 19 hours now.
Don't be soft on him. Don't be soft at all. I'm gonna put the link up here one more time. Then I'm gonna switch over to the regular giveaways. And then you guys that didn't see the link when it was through a while ago, I know.
What does that mean? What is a gadfly? I don't know.
There we go. So, and I'll have that up. It says 45 minutes, but it'll be up till lunch tomorrow, noon tomorrow.
I'm looking this up. Megalon 71.
We'll take a bear then. Look, I'll find it. Anyway, I'm gonna switch over and get our giveaway.
Fly that bites livestock, especially a horse. Oh, it's a bug. An annoying person, especially one who provokes others into action by criticism. Listen. I do not care for being described so accurately.
Oh, Dale, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, I forgot. I've got a procedure in the morning. Actually, I've got that doctor's appointment in the morning. I completely forgot about that. Boy, I'm gonna be in good shape.
There you go.
Right.
It's a good day post Kickstarter. I probably won't be bothering anybody until noon when we have the company meeting.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I got to remember about that.
I might be awake by noon.
All right, let me switch over here real quick. We'll get these giveaways done. I'm just blown away by all the support. I'm telling you. And like right now,
it's really wonderful.
We have
really
278 people watching us right now. It's amazing.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Really good. Oh, among all the
I'm sorry for subjecting you all to my
really good. Yeah, get in those raffles if you haven't got them in yet, because I'm getting ready to close it out.
Listen, when people come to watch, and for those of you new, when you come over to watch Troller Games, there's going to be a subject in the little line there that tells you what we're talking about. We are not
irrelevant. It's not the topic.
It's going to be whatever.
We've tried.
Yeah,
yeah, it doesn't happen.
Everyone.
Yeah, those of you who've made it to the end deserve a medal.
Yes,
that's right. That's right. To the end.
I'm happy for you. I can't read you. The Omega Gambit.
Yeah,
I'm glad
Omega
for you.
Gambit.
Hey, we need to add Gadfly to your beetle collection.
The Gadfly? It's not a beetle. Is it a beetle?
Not a beetle. I have no idea what a Gadfly is. I assume it's a fly.
I'm assuming it's yeah.
It's a big fly, like a horse fly.
We have a lot of giant bugs now.
Giant bug. All right, so we are going to. I'm going to shut them down now. Everybody was flooding in, so I gave you a chance here, but we're going to go ahead and shut it down, or I'll be here all night. God knows I have to go to the morning of the doctor, so I don't want to do that. So we're going to.
Outfit, that is very cool. How's it going, Alien Spaces? The Gad Beetle.
Dead hand. I used to use I used to use that name for NPCs in my games
What?
because I'm a total hag.
Put him in the menagerie. All you got to do is go over there and log in. You don't have to log in. You don't have to do anything. You just go in there and put your character in.
There we go.
Sackcraft.
The thing was messed up.
It's my last name backwards.
Oh, there you go. All right, Chuck.
You ready?
You fired it up.
Yeah, I
let's
hit
get
the wrong
it.
button there, but I think we got one in there. Let me.
Davis
see
is
here.
about to pass out. You and Jeremy are past midnight at this
There we go.
point.
I got it fixed.
Asher the Carrot's in there. It's in there.
All right, first winner up for a $10 code. This $10 code is good for a PDF. There'll be a link that pops up in the chat. If you guys will follow it over to Discord, you can get a code from Obsidian Risk. He's our code giver for one of our moderators on the Discord. Come over and see him. Here we go. Pick the winner, and it's going to be Manfred von Beck. Manfred, congrats for $10. All right, that's for a PDF product of your choice.
We know him. We love him.
Report a purchase.
Manfred von Beck.
One more $10 one, and this one is for West Wind Games. Excellent, West Wind. Go over and get yourself something. There's the Discord link. Just hop in there. He may not answer you tonight, but that's okay. You can just ask around, or you can tag him. It's Obsidian Risk.
Do you know that?
Rick, it's a little late for that, I think.
Yeah, well, Tyler's always trying. He's trying.
Wait. Do you know that Von Beck is the central character for the Bakun Bear Cult 2 trilogy setup?
I did not know that.
He's
Well,
the
Manfred von Beck is a Michael Moorcock character.
No, this one is. I'll look it up real quick.
Oh, hey, while you look it up, I'm going to read off this next giveaway. So we got 2 more giveaways here. This is for $15 off anything on the store. You just get a $15 code.
So, can we get the link for the minute?
Uber. It's Uber.
I'm in there right now, but it is. The whole site's overwhelmed, overloaded. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure it'll load, but that is the link.
Yeah, Von Beck is one of the Eternal Champions. He was in the. I keep wanting to say Rings of Brass, but that's us. He was in the City of Brass. No, that's not right either. Jewel in the Skull series. He's in that.
Well, this is an Uber Von Beck, so maybe it could be an Eternal Champion.
Or Hound in the World's Pain.
Chuck, have you done all the giveaways?
No, I'm trying to get through them.
All
All right, so I'm trying. I'm really trying hard. I'm trying. All right, so next up would be D Northcutt. D Northcutt, you got a $15 code. Again, just go to the Discord. Yeah. Let's see. Next one's going to be Subtext 03. Subtext 03. Congrats.
How subtextual.
We got 2 more giveaways and we'll be done. All right, next one's for a $25 code. Lord Malice.
That's a cool name.
That's a cool name.
Congratulations.
Not as cool as Kothar, though. And last but not least,
I stole that name. That's
giving
not mine.
away a $50 code for the store. $50 code for one person. Here we go. All right. You guys hung out all night long with us. You're fucking rock stars. All right. Here we go. Alien STL. All right. Congrats, Alien. Good job. He's a regular.
3D
guy.
printing
Good.
enjoyer.
That's right. He enjoys the 3D printing. All right. So, Steve, say your last stuff. I'm going to set us up, get us a raid, and we're going to get out of here. So go ahead and do your thing.
Manfred knows his shit. He knows what that's from.
I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight and hanging out with us for these last 3 hours to wind down this Kickstarter. It's been a fantastic Kickstarter campaign. Thanks for all your support, jumping in and listening to us ramble on about good Lord knows what. But you all have a great rest of your week. We'll be around tomorrow afternoon, and Chuck will be on Saturday, and then we'll be back to regular schedules by Monday. But thank you all.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
I will not be present Saturday.
All right, we'll find you guys something to go look at. We'll watch for you late nighters. We're gonna
Thank you.
Raid into what?
Jacob fell
What's wrong?
asleep and just woke up.
Oh, so we're gonna raid into Legends of Evantris, and those guys are on. They're running something, so we can go over and watch them if you guys are up late. Thank you everybody for coming out. We can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. Like Steve said, we'll be back. We're gonna do a stream tomorrow afternoon. Evening. We'll do our company where we'll be on here doing pretty much what we did tonight, just not focused on the Kickstarter.
Oh my God, it's only Wednesday.
Yes, it is only Wednesday.
Yeah.
It does feel
Scanny
like
says, we love TLG and we kind of tolerate y'all.
yeah, exactly. But anyway, one of the
Where
things
would we be without our products?
you guys have a great night, and you guys stay classy. We'll see you tomorrow. All right.
Thank you, Jacob. Take it easy, everyone.
Yeah, y'all take it easy. Anything else from you, Davis, before we go out? Or you just gonna pass out on camera?
Do I look that tired?
No.
It's not that you sound very tired.
Just remember,
Real spry like a gnome.
if you're not playing Castles and Crusades, you're not gaming. Trolls
That's right. That's right.